that bad. It's
Joker.
not. Look at me. You guys are so funny.
God damn.
Get out of here.
Now, I'm going to tell you what this Joker means, and you may not think it's so funny.
Let's do it.
This is a card in which I use both Jokers. You're not the Joker. This is a card that says, let me hold it kind of up there so you can all see. This is a card that means you reveal hidden things. The Jokers are hidden things. They are a revelation. You reveal hidden things. Pardon me. And I'm just going to say, when you bite, you don't let go. When you bite, you don't let go. You don't let go. When you bite, you don't let go. And that's the energy that I think all of us should have, is that you're so passionate about things. But this Joker coming out first and foremost, yes, it's kind of funny, but it tells me that there's a lot to be revealed, and you know exactly what it's going to be. And believe me, you'll get to the bottom of it. You're getting to the bottom of it. Let's pull another one just to offset the Joker. Or as a foundation, you build that safe foundation for others to come to, because guess what? There is no judgment. No judgment here. And that's what this is all about. So no judgment. And that's what makes you good at what you do, because you won't let go. You bring to the forefront the hidden things that people tend to hide. And that's what's so wonderful about you, sir.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I like that.
Static Selector.
Yeah.
Static Selector.
Yeah.
Static Selector.
Yeah. We all reppin' for Boston, Mass. All green, everything. Brought up, we were bleeding green. You ain't got our history on you. We all reppin' for Boston, Mass. All green, everything. Brought up, we were bleeding green. You ain't got our history on you.
Going forward, you having this 4 as well, know that there's so much for you in the future that you can put the past behind
Talk
you.
to him, Kevin.
And I've got to tell you this, those people who have come against you and perhaps swindled you and used.
So apparently people went against Kevy Kev. Kevy Kev is looking at her like, how did you know that? How did you know that? How did you know that?
You and abused you in certain ways. When you look back, they have faced their own demise. They get it in the end. It may not be some way that you have manufactured or come out with, but they are dealt with. So, future looks good for you, my darling. You just keep on the right path.
Nice.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Future looks good, people. Future looks bright.
I don't even understand how the fuck my plug talks. Won't pick him up in a space coupe. I don't let my plug walk. Skirt pull up in a space. New freak had to cut my other little bitch off.
What?
50K, you could come and book a cracker for a plug walk. Big ol' Bentley, it's a spaceship. Call me on the phone, I don't say shit.
Woo!
I make money when I talk.
When I talk.
I'm a boss, take a lot. Skirt, skirt, skirt. Plug walk. I don't even understand how the fuck my plug talk. Pick him up in a space coupe. I don't let my plug walk. Skirt. Pull up in a space. New freak had to cut my other little bitch off. 50K, you could come and book a cracker for a plug walk. Big ol' Bentley, it's a spaceship. Call me on my phone, I don't say shit. I make money when I talk.
I make money when I talk. The plug walk. Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen, you are now on this flight. Politics is usual in Massachusetts, Pot 33. Did you know Eddie O'Brien met Larry Bird, number 33? Here we are, number 33. But before we go any further, just understand that if you have any carry-on luggage, please put it up in the overhead bins. We have plenty of space tonight. If you have a backpack, please put it underneath your front seat. Make sure it's tight because it could move in flight. But before you do, take out your Hershey Kisses, your Cliff Bars, your vapes, your nips. Put your trays up. Whatever your vice might be, of course. Because I'm about to take you up to 39,000 feet. We got goals in different area codes. Populate them. Let's get the conversation moving. And you know how it goes, right? Turbulence in the chat keeps the plane rocking. This is a message from the flight deck. There'll probably be some clear air turbulence. You just never know where the stream takes us. Natalie D, all my mods, what the duck, making changes. Norman Corey. Josie, but she's on a vacation far away. North Shore, number 33. Renee, how we doing, girl? Hope everything is well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're on Pot 33. Are y'all caught up, Adi? Are y'all caught up? I don't know if you guys heard the song or not, but Adi, are you all caught up? I mean, because Adi says
I
stuff
went
like
in
this.
about 4 or 5 hours after to get the kitty litter box and the kitten. That was it. And what I seen, to this day, I don't wish anyone to see what I saw.
You're a little man, and your life will always suck because of you. You're a rat. And you're not ruining my life, because my life is still fucking good. Unlike yours. And that's the best revenge. My life is going to be good, and yours is going to continue to suck, because you're a piece of shit.
Adi, are you a piece of shit? You all caught up?
You all caught up. Why did you lie? You're a third-party culprit. It all happened in July of 95. Come on, come on.
It is sad, nobody heard the screams. You went in a house on a murder scene.
All caught up.
Artie, what about the key? Why was you on Boston Street? Sounds suspect to me.
You all caught up.
You lied about the kitten, said we had the wrong dude. Said you went in the house for dog food. Then you lied again, said that wasn't true. Went in the next day for a kitty litter box. Artie, was it you? You all caught up. Artie, was it you? 98 times did you do this crime? Why do you constantly lie? Come on, come on. Artie, you all caught up?
Yes.
Yes. Your cat was on Hamlet Street, parked the wrong way. Nobody had a cat. You're on social media all day, always in the chat. The DNA don't match. Sorry, Artie, that is a fact. Let's compare it to yours and see what comes back.
Tick tock.
What about the dog, Artie? You never mentioned the dog. Nobody had a cat. You all caught up. There's a lot to unpack. You all caught up. Time will tell. Tables will turn. Your life in a cell. What about the son? Mother's dress in high heels. Did you know? How did his mother feel? Let's go. Artie.
Did you know?
How did his mother feel?
Let's go. You all caught up.
Never mention the pup. Kitty litter box system is corrupt. Long gamers on deck. We don't give a what? Artie. You all caught up. Welcome to the J.F.K. stream. Kevin J. Brill, James Jackson. You all caught up. Long gamers, let's make the goal. Let's make the goal. silence in the chat. All green, everything. You all caught up?
Artie, you all caught up. Why did you lie?
I know I'm muted, right? I was just muted. I was muted up. R.I.P. Janet Downing for sure. Artie is a liar who lies. Well, that's pretty deep. All muted up, right? I'm caught up though. You know, we found out 33 years. 33 years, ladies and gentlemen. In 33 years, we never knew that Paul wore his mother's dress and high heels. And Janet didn't like it. Janet actually threw him out there in front of Colleen. We had Colleen on the show. Colleen said that she was in the house one day and he came downstairs wearing a dress and the high heels. And Janet said, "Take that shit off." Would you believe it? Did you know that there was a dress and high heels that he dressed in? But did you know that there was a bra that was stabbed 36 times? Who stabs a bra 36 times? I don't know. Could it be the same guy who wore his mother's dress? DNA underneath Janet Downing. Fingernails. Did not come back to Eddie O'Brien, ladies and gentlemen. If you're just tuned in and you're wondering what this show is about, you heard a lot about J.F.K. You hear it all the time coming out other people's mouths. They say crazy things. JFK this, JFK that. James Jackson, they're thugs. They wear funny hats. They're wannabes. They're this, they're that. You hear a bunch of things. Now you click on and you're here. And you see Pot 33. Politics as usual mass. You see a woman on the screen. Who is this woman? Well, this woman died at 42 years of age. Her name was Janet Downing. On July 23rd of 1995, she was stabbed over 98 times in her house. They said it was a 15-year-old kid. No pun intended with the cat. A 15-year-old kid named Eddie O'Brien. Would you believe it? He said he went to the house. He seen the door open. He went inside the house. He went to peek in to see if his best friend Ryan, who was Janet Downing's son, who also had a twin brother named Paul, who liked to wear Janet Downing's high heels and dresses. But we didn't know that 30 years ago. Nope. We just found that out now. Janet Downing, seeing who did this to her, she fought so hard. She scratched, she clawed, she got thrown around the house. Blood was everywhere. They say an ocean of blood. An ocean of blood. When they caught up to Eddie down at Midnight Convenient, just to do the short story, he had no blood on him. He had a little bit of blood on his shin. That was Janet Downing's, but oceans of blood is the description. He still had the same white T-shirt on that everybody testified that he had on earlier that day. He had a size 14 shoe. No size 14 shoe print was found. Big guy, 6'2" at the time. Now he's 6'7". So you're wondering what this is all about. This is Pot 33. And Eddie O'Brien had a dad named Big Ed, obviously. And Big Ed took care of little Ed. Took him to meet Larry Bird. Back in the 90s. Well, he got locked up in the 90s in 1997, got life in prison. Actually went to jail in 1995. He hasn't seen the street since 1995, 30 years in. When he was 17, they bounded him over, transfer hearing. Put him right upstate. Right in adult prison. Locked up with the adults with a crime that was labeled in the theme of it for traction and for placement and for legs, so to speak. They themed it sexual attraction, sexual obsession, sadism. Am I saying that right? He was obsessed. And he went upstate at 17 years old. Walpole State Prison. If you're not from Massachusetts, Walpole, Walpole, Walpole. If you're not from this state of Massachusetts, you're probably wondering, what the hell is he saying? He talks fast. He got a weird accent. I get all that. So let me spell it out. Walpole. State Prison is a tough, rough, gritty, grimy, raunchy, horrible, degenerates. 17. In the yard, big yard, not a small yard, not a yard with a swing set, not a yard with a slide, not a yard with a yoga mat, not a yard with some 20-pound dumbbells. No, a big yard like a football field. Would you believe it? 17 in there with the killers. On a sexual case, 98 times he stabs this woman for no apparent reason because he had a sexual obsession. Fantasized, worked in a place called Midnight Convenient where he did the papers on Sundays. Problem with Midnight Convenient over there in Somerville and Union Square. It was a funny money place. Meaning probably was a fence. They probably had a bunch of stolen goods in there. You know, it was just one of them bodegas, so to speak, that had a lot of shit going on. And one thing that had going on was a back room. In the back room, they sold porn magazines, Penthouse, Playboy, whatever your vice might be, movies. They had sexual toys. They had all types of, allegedly, in the reports, they had all types of flavors, so to speak, in the porn business. Whatever you like, whatever your vice might be, they had it. And a 15-year-old kid was working back there and he was looking at all these books allegedly. And that's what made him obsessed. And that's what made him go inside and kill Janet Downing on July 23rd, 1995. But before he killed Janet Downing, he helped John Roberts across the street with his 2-year-old son. He gave his sisters some ice cream. He told John Roberts, who he helped with his 2-year-old son, tomorrow I'm going to see you on the basketball court, because he's a big dude, man. He's a big kid. Would you believe how big this fucking kid is? Holy shit. Oh, he fit the puzzle, man. But he didn't know in office there was a cat named Tom Riley. He's equivalent to Morrissey. Tom Riley equals Morrissey. Morrissey equals Tom Riley. Politics as usual in Massachusetts. Tentacles. But before he went in and killed on a hot summer night, a blazing summer night, I'm bleeding, sweating. I'm going to see you down the courts tomorrow, man. I'm going to play you. I'm going to swat that shit. Game to 7, Johnny boy. A young John. Would you believe that we talked to John Roberts? The story hasn't changed. He looked at his watch. He took his son home, his 2-year-old son, at 8:45. Allegedly. This all goes down in 15 minutes. He kills Janet Downing in 15 minutes after he walks John Roberts home with his 2-year-old son. I think he had a daughter. Or maybe he did have a son. I forget. With his 2-year-old kid, put it that way. I'll see you tomorrow in the courts. Gives his sister some ice cream. Put in a movie for them. VCR tape, forehead, whatever it was. Told his dad, hey, I'm going to Burger King. Blazing night. Everybody's out. Windows are open. People are coming in and out. People are hanging on the stoop. It's a Sunday night, but it's hot. A hot July night. School's out. It's Somerville in 1995. Let me paint the picture. Somerville in 1995 was a neighborhood. Neighborhoods everywhere. And he was chilling. And he did all this. Hey, Dad, see you later. And he went in that house, stabbed her 98 times within 15 minutes. How do we know? Because allegedly, when the crime was happening, someone knocked on the door, a cat named Gavi and a boy named Gavi and a boy named Makabru knocked on the door and startled him. And he came running out the backyard, and that was around 9:15, which means is if his father's saying he seen him off the porch at 9 o'clock, give and take, that's what Eddie's saying. I seen him leave at 9:10, and he's getting scared off the murder scene at 9:15, 9:20, give and take. My timeline might be a little off, but the point is within a 15-minute window, he did this crime 98 times, took her bra off and on, stabbed the bra 36 times, ran out, stumbled down a hill. Makabru said he seen him. He said he yelled his name, Eddie. Eddie turned around, he said. He said Eddie turned around and looked at him with the craziest eyes, out of his mind, looked nuts, and kept walking. He didn't know what it was about at the time. But he's going to find out. Makabru and Gavi's going to find out. Because what happens next, Makabru goes to Eddie O'Brien's dad's house to use the phone to call Janet's house, the home of Ryan Downing, Paul Downing, Aaron Downing, and Carrie Ann Downing. He said, "Hey, Big Ed, Ryan's home out the bushes." Amy looked at me like he was, like he wasn't himself. But he never told Big Ed that. But he called up Janet. Then right around 9:55, about 25 minutes, 30 minutes later, Ryan comes home and discovers his mother. Ryan runs across the street, tells Big Ed, "Oh my God, something happened to my mother." Big Ed grabs Barry Reckley, who was a neighbor. They go in the house. They discover Janet on the dining room floor. Oceans of blood. No longer with us. Makabru and Gavi are right there. They don't say nothing to nobody. They don't say, "Hey, listen, man, we seen Ed running out." So what do? They take a walk down to Midnight Convenient, the same store where Eddie O'Brien works. And when they walk in Midnight Convenient, Mako, they see Ed. And would you believe Ed has a cut on his hand? Oh, man, he got stabbed in his hand. But they never ask him, "Yo, we just seen you in the bushes. And you're cut and she's cut." And they're all friends at this point because no one knows exactly what happened to Janet. They just know she's hurt bad. Real bad. And they never ask him, "What happened to your hand? What happened? Did you fight anybody off? Did you see what happened to Janet?" Oh, and by the way, the police show up because Eddie O'Brien tells the people he works with he got jumped. They call the police. They hand the phone to Eddie. Matter of fact, when they rolled up on the scene, the police were already there. So when Mako and Gavi walked inside Midnight Convenient, the police, or maybe the EMTs, were outside helping Eddie. And they never mentioned anything to Eddie, but they did say something. They did spark the conversation. They said to Eddie, "Did you hear what happened to Janet?" And allegedly, Eddie says, "Yeah, I heard." But they never asked him what happened. You got cut, she's cut. What happened? And then Eddie jumps in the back of a police car and gets driven home. He still doesn't say that he was in the house and that he fought off somebody and he had to run. But Makabru never said anything. Then all of a sudden he gets talked to by the police. Why'd you get talked to by the police? Because did you admit to the police that you was at the house around 9:30? I went to the house around 9:30. Mako, that makes you a suspect. Now the police say, "Well, what did you see? You sure you wasn't in the house? What did you see?" "Well, matter of fact, I did see something." "Well, what did you see?" "I seen someone running out the bushes." You first said you didn't know who it was. I don't know who it was. I really couldn't make who it was out. But then all of a sudden, by the cut on Eddie's hand, the 6 pints of blood that they took at the hospital, and the word's already getting out he was cut and that he's the possible suspect. Now it has to be Ed, right, Marco? Now the cops say, listen, if you don't tell me that it's Ed, we're going to blame you too. Is that what happened, Marco? Now, this is pure speculation, obviously, ladies and gentlemen. And if you're just finding out who J.F.K. is and you're on this channel, this is part 33. And if you're a little lost, I would tell you to go back to part 1. We have a lot of guests, part 2, part 3, so on and so on, all the way till you make it a 33. And then you, oh yes, you will be all caught up. Oh, goddamn.
You're a third party culprit. It all happened in July of 95. Come on, come on.
It is sad, nobody heard the screams. You went in a house on a murder scene.
All caught up.
Artie, what about the key? Why was you on Boston Street? Sounds suspect to me.
You all caught up.
You lied about the kitten, said we had the wrong dude. Said you went in the house for dog food. Then you lied again, said that wasn't true. Went in the next day for a kitty litter box. Artie, was it you? You all caught up. Artie, was it you? 98 times did you do this crime? Why do you constantly lie? Come on, come on. Artie, you all caught up?
Yes.
Yes. Your cat was on Hamlet Street, parked the wrong way. Nobody had a cat. You're on social media all day, always in the chat. The DNA don't match. Sorry, Artie, that is a fact. Let's compare it to yours and see what comes back.
Tick tock, skirt.
What?
So, as it goes down, Marco goes to Eddie's dad's house the next day. And they go into the backyard and have a conversation. And he approaches Ed in the back. And he asks Ed, I seen you in the bushes last night. And Ed said, you never seen me in the bushes, which his story never changed, right? He said, you never seen me in the bushes. Marco goes, yeah, I did see you. But this is after he talked to the police, as if he was going there. This is the very next day, as if he was going there as a snitch, so to speak. He's a young kid to do the police dirty work, to get information, to gather information. Then he goes back home and his mother says, listen, you need to tell him what you really seen. Because Big Ed tells him, listen, I don't appreciate you going to the police. Don't come around here no more. Did he feel slighted? I don't know. He goes home, tells his mother. His mother says, you need to tell him what you really seen. All of a sudden, it goes from, I don't know who it was, to it was Eddie. But if it was Eddie, Marco, why didn't you say anything in the moment that night? You seen him at 10 o'clock at Midnight Convenient. He had a stab wound. You guys were still friends. You wouldn't ask him what happened? How'd you get stabbed? Did you see anybody? This is crazy. The cops are right there. You had a chance to speak in front of the police and you didn't. Why? And when you see them running out the bushes at 9:30 or 9:15, whatever it was, excuse me. But within that window of time, don't worry, buddy. I can pull up all the exact official times, but in a 15-minute window, when you seen them running out that house, you called up Janet's house. You went to Ed's house. And you said you seen him coming out the bushes looking crazy. That was your testimony. But you never told Ed that, his dad. Hey, I just seen Ed. He came out the bushes. He didn't look like himself. He looked nuts. You didn't say nothing. So you had 2 chances to see what was going on. You didn't put it together. So when you see them down Midnight Convenient, you seen him running out the house. You were sure it was him. But you didn't want to say, your testimony was you didn't want to say it was him because you didn't want to believe he committed this crime. But when you was at Midnight Convenient, Marco Polo, you were still friends. You didn't know what had happened. You had no idea. Anybody would have asked their friend, you got cut. I heard she got cut. Did you see anything? I seen you running out the house. What happened? You never asked him that. You said to him, did you hear what happened to Janet? Obviously, he heard what happened to Janet if you fucking seen him. Right, Marco? Right? But you didn't ask him that because You never seen them, did you? But they needed you, Marco. You were their star witness. Hey, listen, man, this is not me speaking speculation at this point. This is all factual and actual, but it gets a little crazier. Are you all caught up, Adi? Are you caught up out there, Pop 33? Who is JFK? What is this channel all about? There was more shit going on. Because there was a guy named Adi who had a cab, who pulled up to the scene, who dropped his key, was on the scene looking for his key on a murder scene, looking for a cab key, didn't know what kind of cab it was when we asked them questions. What type of cab was it, Adi? I don't know. Could have been a Dodge, could have been a Crown Vic, but you were just looking for a key. So if anybody found the key, they would have asked, hey, is this your key? I found a Dodge key. I found a Chevy key. Oh, a Ford key. You didn't know if it was a Dodge or a Ford. But then you said 100% it was a Ford because then you wanted to paint the picture that it was a newer taxi. It was a taxi that was more better. It came from Florida, had AC, because Gina and Virginia Reckley, Gina Mahoney, neighbors said they seen you on scene together and you were looking so fresh, so clean, like you just got out the shower. Oh, but by the way, ladies and gentlemen, did I tell you? Oh, I think I did, but I'll tell you again. It was July 23rd of 1995, a fucking heat wave. And he doesn't live on 71 Boston Street. He doesn't live there. He lives in Malden, but he got kicked out of 71 Boston Street because he used to live there with his wife, Carol, who is sisters with Janet. The last 5-6 hours of Janet's life, she said she was afraid. She said, investigate, investigate, investigate. If anything ever happens to me, she said,
really look at the evidence, you'll see the truth.
What's the truth?
investigate. If anything happens to me, investigate. I'm afraid of Adi. People are taking things from my house, moving it around. I was at my place of work at Harvard Health Center, and Adi pulled up to me, and he had a book that I keep on my dresser. I keep this book on my dresser. And he walked up to me with the book that was missing and said, here is the book. And she goes, where the hell did you get this book, Adi? He said, I found it in the parking lot. She was afraid. She also went downstairs in her cellar, in her basement, and there was cat litter hung up on a beam, and she walked right into cat poop right in her face. So I had Adi on the show. Would you believe it? And I asked him, listen, what do you feel about all these happenings that she was talking about 7 hours before she died? She talked about kitty litter and all these strange things, people putting windshield wiper fluid and all these different things that was going on in her cereal and like I forget in her milk or something. Let me ask Jay Brill. Hold on, let me bring him up. Jay Brill, what up, brother? Help me
What's
out
going
here.
on, bro?
Here he
What's
is,
up?
Jay Brill, my man. What else was being done to her that was strange? Like they were putting
They
perfume.
put
What was it?
perfume in her coffee. They put windshield washer fluid on her seat. They put the kitty litter. They did the book thing, and
Right.
I think I don't know what else.
Right. So, but the point is, we asked Adi, the third party culprit, that is, are you all caught up, Adi? We asked him, was you around for these happenings when this shit was going down? He says, yeah, I was around. And the kitty litter thing absolutely happened. Problem with that is nobody had a cat. And it was poop, and he was the man of the house. So somebody was just doing these strange things, and he was around for it. And he corroborated that here on the JFK stream. He corroborated that, but he left out the parts where she said she was afraid of him. Oh, that was all lies. But the weird stuff was happening. But we found out through Gina's daughter, Danny, that he was the weed man. He sold marijuana back then. Selling marijuana was illegal. You get caught with a pound, you go into jail, my dude, for a deuce and a half, 30 months. Have a good one.
No
Right?
passing road.
And guess what? He didn't care these happenings were happening. He was living in the house. He was slanging the bud. The first person who would care more about someone snooping around the house would be the dealer, the drug dealer, the marijuana dealer, the pot man, the weed man. because God forbid they come into his stash, they find his re-up money, they find the weed. It's gonna set him back. But you wouldn't worry about it, ladies and gentlemen, if you was the one that was doing these fucking things. Because before Janet died, 7 hours before she died on that stoop with Gina on July 23rd of 1995, drinking some coffee, she said, investigate, investigate, investigate if something ever happens to me. And that night, something did. Eddie claims he went in the house to see Ryan. And I opened the door and I went in to see him. And I seen Janet on the dining room floor. She was bloody. And then somebody grabbed me, put a knife to my neck and says, don't say a word. You got to get out of here. But before you do, someone knocked on the door. Boom, boom, boom. It was Gavi. It was Mako. He said, close the door. He closed the door. Then he made a run for it. Eddie made a run for it. The big problem with it is that he claims that he made a run for it. He went down to Burger King. He washed up, went to Union Square, got jumped by an Hispanic male, a black male, got stabbed in his hand. And then when he gets everything that I just told you, he gets questioned and what happened, why you got jumped. Marco's there. Everybody's there. The police are there. He never mentions he was in the house. 2 days later, it took 2 days for him to finally come clean to say, yeah, I was in the house and this is what happened, and tell him what happened. And that's the reason why all hell broke loose. But did he ever have a chance? We don't know. This is the story they want us to know. 30 years, JFK. He had plenty of time to talk about it. 30 years, JFK. They would have got to the truth already. Are you sure about that? Take a look at your kids. Take a look at them right now. You have an older son that's 20 years old? Back in 2015, your son was 10. 10. Now you're looking at your son in the living room on Christmas. He's sitting there right now, or your daughter, 20. Where the fuck did time go? 30 years, this would have happened, that would have happened. You sure about that? Are you absolutely sure about that? You know what I'm saying, Jay, bro?
Yeah, I do know what you're saying, bro.
Time goes by
way too fast.
Way too fast. And I think that's what happened. Lynn Diaz, what up? Lynn Diaz, how you doing? Long time no see. Kitty litter or cat shit? I think both. I think it was kitty litter and cat shit. Adi, JFK just gave you the full rundown, so now you're all caught up. You're welcome. Thanks, girl. Goddamn. My son is 20, right? Miss 808. Time flies, girl. Becky took Adi 30 years to come up with his story, why he was in the house, and his story is trash. Oh, yeah. His story is trash. 24-year-old son here can't imagine. Someone stabbed 90 times and he was stabbed wound on his... Someone stabbed 90 times and he has a stab wound on his hand. I get it, peanut butter. So what are you saying? You don't believe it. Everybody put your peace signs up for my boy Peanut Butter. Just entered the chat. My man PB the King just entered the goddamn chat. Peace signs up for PB. Goddamn PB. We go to PB. Let's go. And while you're at it, throw your peace signs up for the one and only Nan. Let's go. Put your peace signs up for Nan, yo. The lovely Nan is in the building. Peace, 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 peace. Let's go, people.
If you were all that you seem, then baby, I'm moving way too slow. I've been a fool before, wouldn't like to get my love caught in the slamming door. How about some information, please? Oh, straight up now, tell me, do you really wanna love me forever? Oh, am I caught in a hit and run? Straight up now, tell me, is it gonna be you and me forever?
Thank you, chat, for giving the love to my boy PB. Now, PB just said classic. I'm paraphrasing what he said, but I think he said classic, blaming a black dude and a Hispanic guy for getting cut on his hand. So, PB, do you think? That's right. That's right. Nan said too kind. I wish Adi would straight up tell us for real. Norman Corey said, Adi, you never mentioned a dog. Keep up the great work, guys. You too, Norman. You don't believe him? Is it hard to believe, PB? Tell us, man. We're in the chat. We're locked into what you got to say. You got the floor. PB the king, ladies and gentlemen. Wild. It's a tough sell, right? Jay Brillion? It's tough. You see?
It is. And I just, it's funny because I talked to Ed about this today when I was on the phone with him. And I told him I kind of believe that he got jumped, but I don't believe he got cut when he got jumped. I believe he got cut in the house, and I'm not gonna say Eddie agreed with me, but he didn't disagree with me. So that's the hardest part to get over is.
Well, Blind Spot says if I was innocent, I wouldn't have spent 30 years in prison. But you got to understand something. We just said it. If you have a 20-year-old son or daughter, 10 years ago, 2015, your son was 10 years old, your daughter was 10. Now they're 20. They don't believe in the elves no more. They don't believe in Santa. They're on their tablet. They're on their iPhone. You have 3 teens, you know. Time goes by. If I was innocent, I wouldn't have spent 30 years in prison. My point is, I don't know if he had a choice to spend that 30 years in prison. I mean, no, I'm not saying that times were different. I'm not saying that. I don't believe times are different. I don't really believe time. I think times were different in some ways, but I think, when you get down to the bones of it, I think at the end of the day, I think that, everything is really the same. If you really look at it, I think that's like a cliche that we think everything is so different. I don't think so. I mean, time goes by regardless of what era you're in. It goes by and it just keeps going, right? So I think that, time just went by, and 30 years is the thing that we're holding against him. We're holding the time against him. Like, oh, well, he did 30 years. Why in that 30 years he haven't done more to get out? I mean, could he have done more, Jay, bro?
I don't really think he could have because he had no one on the outside fighting for him. He can't do it all on the inside by himself. And my thing is, he said he wanted to testify and they didn't let him, but how could he tell really his story behind bars without, having a judge to hear him or anyone to hear him? So I kind of get it, but I don't get it, if that makes sense to you.
I do get it. JFK, how long ago was it they changed the law making him eligible? He could have had an appeal. He put in a direct appeal, but he never filed it. He just waited for the right time. I think he wanted to put time in, and I think that he probably wanted to do it sooner. But I think he probably wanted to do it around his. I would assume he probably wanted to do it around his 20-year mark. But I think to get the lawyers together to push it, to get it written up right, and things like that, time just went by. It has to be the presentation has to be perfection because you only got one shot to get it over.
Right.
So I
And
think
you got to remember with the innocence program, he wanted to do something about the transfer hearing and they didn't. So that was a big problem in the first with the innocence program. Now he has the state funded attorneys, the court appointed lawyers from CCS, and Ed said they're just dragging their feet because they really didn't have a lot, but now that they're hearing us, they're starting to pick up the pace. So
because now momentum. Let me tell you something about momentum. Anytime there's momentum in life, if you feel that momentum inside you, if you go into the gym every day, you got 4 days in, 3 weeks in, and then all of a sudden, right, you're just feeling good. You meet a good girl, whatever it might be. You got a little bit of money, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna go upgrade my car, and you know what, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go on this trip. If you're feeling good and you can handle the pressures and you're feeling good and you have momentum and things are starting to swing in the right way, don't be afraid. You got to go for it because that momentum, man, life is like that. It goes up and it's down. So when you're feeling good, you have to go for it. So I think like with these lawyers, with the waves of how the law is and the space that we're in with the Kelsey Fitzsimmons and the Marquis Simmons, Miles King and Karen Reed, obviously. Now you got Jacoby Kenny who got killed in South Bay, just more corruption. I think like sliding the Eddie case right in that momentum, right in that space where more people are picking up on true crime. It's starting to build its own momentum, especially in Massachusetts. I think it's the time to take what we got, the information that we got 30 years of there was no cat. He lied. I went in to get the dog food. No, I lied. There was no cat. I went in to get the dog food. No, I didn't lie. There is a cat, but the cat's gone. The dog's gone. But I just went in to get the kitty litter box. Like that is insanity. And then you find out also in 30 years that the guy Paul, who was seen by John Robinson Ed with a weird look on his face coming out the house on July 23rd of 1995, who 2 days before that fought with his mother because he was seeing two older gentlemen as service merchandise. And his mother didn't like that, was wearing the dress and the heels, and you find a piece of clothing was stabbed up like that. I mean, it's just, you got to start. I'm not pointing the fingers at people, but you got to say, hey, listen, did they ever investigate them people? And that's what it comes down to, the investigation, because there was DNA underneath her fingernails that was not Eddie's. That's just a fact. And that doesn't make anybody go, like, what's up with that? So when you got Peanut Butter, he came in, he said what he said, but there's DNA underneath the fingernails, Peanut Butter, that's not his. So, and that's the thing. Two things could be true, right? Like he could have got jumped and or he could have lied and it still didn't kill her. But that lie could have sunk his battleship, so to speak. You know what I mean?
did Kev talk to you yesterday or today about what we talked about yesterday, me and him, what we found out about the twins?
No. What you find out?
So Paul likes to visit blood and fashion shows, which is like all blood and like nasty shit. And Ryan supposedly runs a page that has like all gore, and I think I sent you the page. And someone says that he runs that page. So it's kind of funny that both of these kids are like all about gore and blood and all that after seeing their mother dying like that. I think that's funny.
Yeah. Oh, that's not funny. That's interesting.
Well, not funny, but you know what
Yeah,
I
I know.
mean.
Yeah, I do. I do. I definitely do. Definitely do. Would you believe it? What about this guy right here? My boy Marco. Ah, boy, Marco.
I asked
Yeah,
him,
Marco. He's
why were you
he's
in the
a tough
bushes
nut
last
to
night?
crack.
And he said, I wasn't in the bushes. And I said, I seen you in the bushes. And he said, I wasn't in the bushes, so I just left it at that.
Marco Abreu, Eddie O'Brien's old friend. Today, the star witness.
The star witness. He was the star witness, man. He was the man, dude. He was the star witness.
Marco Abreu, Eddie O'Brien's old friend. Today, the star witness.
The star witness.
We got to see this trial.
We're working too. Yeah. I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes.
The star witness, Marco.
Committed the crime.
What happened? He said he couldn't be sure it was Eddie O'Brien, showing how he had appeared when he...
And could you describe what you saw?
Him smiling, his eyes were wide open.
O'Brien seemed amused.
Yes, he looked over his right shoulder at me and smiled.
And could you describe what you saw?
Him smiling, his eyes were wide open.
O'Brien seemed amused when Abreu...
He seen the muse. You know why he seen the muse? Because he didn't see you. He looked over his right shoulder and smiled. But when you went to Big Ed's house to make a phone call to Janet's house, you didn't mention that to Eddie. Like, hey, little Ed's wilding out. What's he doing? He's in bushes and shit? Is that normal activity, Marco? You wouldn't have said nothing to Dad? Wondering what he's doing? Okay, cool. Maybe you wouldn't say nothing to Dad because maybe Dad would smack the shit out of Eddie. But I'm just saying, okay, but now you go after finding out that Janet was hurt and stabbed. You found that out. You don't know she's dead. I don't think at that point you know she's dead because you left and went down to the Midnight Convenience to do whatever you were doing down there. Were you going to get rolling papers? What were you going to do? Were you getting zigzags? Easy widers? Was you getting a blunt? Are you going to get a buyer in front of the store? You're going to ask someone to buy you some liquor? What were you going to do, Marco? You went down there. It was very imperative. Your boy Ryan and Paul, you went to the house to go get them. Their mother gets taken out and you leave. You guys leave them. You and your boy leave them and you go down to Midnight Convenient and you run right into the dude you just described. He looked over his right shoulder with his eyes. What did you say? So let me get this straight. Let's watch your testimony, Marco. And now you go down to Midnight Convenient, okay? So this is what you said happened, all right? The star witness.
Abreu recreated...
Yes, he looked over his right shoulder.
Marco Abreu, Eddie O'Brien's old friend. Today, the star witness, recounting how he saw the hawkish teen walking away from the area of the crime scene.
Could you see his face at that point?
Yes, he looked over his right...
So you seen his face?
Right shoulder at me and smiled.
And could you describe what you saw?
Him smiling, his eyes were wide open.
O'Brien seemed amused when Abreu recreated his body language, showing how he had appeared when he walked not far from Janet Downing's house not long after the murder.
Now, did you make arrangements at that time to give a second interview?
Abreu conceded to the defense in the first 2 interviews with police. He said he couldn't be sure.
In the first 2 interviews with police, you said you couldn't be sure. Is that because in the first 2 interviews, Marco, they told you you were there at 9:30? You knocked on that door? Well, how didn't you hear her getting stabbed? How the hell did you were there when it was happening? You sure you ain't got nothing to do with this, you little motherfucker? Did they say that to you, Marco?
I bet they did.
You were there during a murder, and you say you didn't hear nothing, and you were walking around the house. They might think you had something to do with this. You're a little young whippersnapper. You don't know what's going on. They want to find out who did it. The first interview, you don't know who did it. By the second interview, they know who they want and who they want to put it on. But they need you, the star witness. And that's when you change the story, right? What did you say?
Sure, it was Eddie O'Brien. Moments later, he told the district attorney why.
After you spoke to your mother, what happened?
I told her that I was 100% sure that was it the whole time. The only reason I didn't say anything was because I didn't want to believe that he committed the crime.
But hold on a minute. Them are your words, Marco. But when you went down to Midnight Convenient, you didn't know he committed a crime. You were friends with him. You had no idea. You see him cut. You know Janet got cut. You never asked him what happened. We just seen you run out the bushes. Are you okay? What happened? Tell me. Talk to me. Shh. What's going on? You never mentioned that? That's your boy. That's your friend. You had a chance to, if you knew 100% it was him, wouldn't you say something to him about it? There is nothing in the paperwork at all. Margot Nash was in this chat saying it too. There is nothing where you say to him. The only thing you ask him, did you hear what happened to Janet? And he says, yeah. Of course he did. If you see them coming out the house, you said you was 100% sure. He looked over his shoulder and he looked right at you. He's right there with a cut on his hand. He's still your friend. You don't know what's happened at that point. Whatever happened to her happened to him. So what happened? You don't want to know? You don't want to know, my man? You wouldn't have asked that question? Well, let's go with the preponderance of evidence. Is it likely that you seen him or likely that you didn't see him? Because here's the deal. If you see him coming out the yard running like a maniac and then found out Janet was hurt, it's probably likely if you seen him, you would have said something. But if you didn't see him, it's probably likely that you probably wouldn't say anything. So based on the preponderance of evidence, Your Honor, he's in total violation of his probation, and I want to sentence his punk ass to 2.5 years. Where's Nan at? I think you need a lawyer. Nan. It's all or nothing in Massachusetts. He's in straight violation. We can't give him any less time. He's got a 2.5 suspended. He's going away for 30 months, that is. Nan's here. Nan, he needs a lawyer. You got to go down to the bullpen and help this dude out. He's about to get locked up. What I'm saying is this. He testified, Nan, that this is what he testified to.
He said he couldn't be sure it was Eddie O'Brien. Amused when Abreu recreated his body language, showing how he had appeared when he walked not far from Janet Downing's house not long after the murder.
Now, did you make arrangements at that time to give a second interview?
Abreu conceded to the defense in the first 2 interviews with police. He said he couldn't be sure it was Eddie.
In the first 2 interviews, he couldn't be sure, Nan. But keep in mind, he told them that he showed up at the house, right, Jay, bro?
Yep, he was knocking at the door, and then he went to the back to see.
What time was he knocking at the door exactly? Do you remember?
9, what was it?
I think it was 9:15,
9:50, 9:30 maybe?
Yeah. He was knocking at the door, so he was there during the crime. She was discovered at 9:55. So he was there during the crime. Cops are like, what do you mean, dude? You were there. How didn't you hear anything? You sure you ain't covering for somebody? If you don't tell us, you said you seen someone coming out the bushes. Yeah, I don't know who it was. You know who it was. Your boy Ed had a cut on his hand. It was Ed. Who the fuck do you think it was? If you don't say it was Ed, you're covering for Ed. That's your friend, right? Yeah, it's my friend. All right, he came out the bushes, right? Yep. You seen him, right? Yep. You're 100% sure, right, Marco? Yeah. But what I'm saying, Nan, is this. Right after this happens, he's 100% sure. He just testified. He said he seen him coming out the house. If he was 100% sure it was him, why when he seen him at Midnight Convenient? He went to Midnight Convenient after that. After they discovered Janet at 10 o'clock, he walked to Midnight Convenient, him and Gavi, and seen the EMTs working on Eddie with a cut on his hand, and they talked to Eddie. Why wouldn't he say to Eddie what happened? They were still friends at that point. They didn't know exactly what happened to Janet. And why wouldn't he ask what happened to his hand and and who was it so we can get these people? He never asked them that. He asked them, did you hear what happened to Janet? Now, if he's seen him 100% coming out the bushes, he's got a cut on his hand, he 100% knows what happened to Janet. Why would he ask that question? You mean to tell me this 17-year-old kid was running investigations and shit, trying to catch him up? He was sussing the situation out? What was he, a baby fucking Higgins? So the preponderance of evidence, based on his probation surrender, Nan, is it likely that he's lying or likely that he isn't? He's in violation. He's getting locked up. Nan, you need to go down to the bullpen, man, and see if you can get him a stay of execution, because we want him to go to jail today. I know he wants to go home for the holidays, but fuck that. He's getting locked up right now.
On the street, smoking Indo, sipping on gin and juice.
The O'Brien. Moments later, he told the district attorney why.
After you spoke to your mother, what happened?
I told her that I was 100% sure that was it the whole time. The only reason I didn't say anything was because I didn't want to believe that he committed the crime.
But you didn't say nothing at Midnight Convenient, right, Jay Brill?
He didn't say nothing to him about that crime.
Midnight Convenient, he didn't know he was part of a crime. That was his friend at Midnight Convenient. So you mean to tell me, baby Higgy, that you knew at that point he might have been part of the crime and you didn't want to think about it? You put two and two together. He had a cut on his hand. He ran out and you didn't want to say nothing at the convenience store? You're that slick. What were you fucking, you work for the junior ATF? You're that slick? Nah, buddy, you ain't that slick. You didn't know it was him running out the house. You know why? Because it wasn't him, because there was a dude in car number 42 that had his cab parked right there that you seen and you mistaked for fucking him. Excuse me, pardon my language, everybody. Disclaimer. Let me rephrase that. That you mistaked for Eddie O'Brien. Got me all messed up. I'm stumbling all over my words. And with that being said, I got the man of the hour, the one right now, and it's a great thing. He goes by the name of Kevy Kev 781.
God damn.
What up, Kevy Kev?
You just heard me going crazy on Mako, man. Please take the wheel, man. Talk to the people.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, definitely mistaken for what he's seen or what he thinks he's seen. But I will tell you this, right off the rip, being, Ryan and Paul's friend and Eddie's friend, seeing this happen to, one of your friend's mothers. I mean, you're not going to hang around and find out what's going on. You're just going to take off. You're going to leave the scene. Major scene. Everybody's coming out of their house. They're coming down the stairs. People
let me
add to that. Up. They don't know what to think.
Let me add to that. I'm pretty sure the police said the same thing. Like, why'd you leave the scene? You were at the scene and then you left after you found out what happened. Why didn't you stay with your friends? They probably put the pressure on them to come up with a story. If you want a way out of this, you got to say what we said it is. It was Eddie. Trust and believe. And he's probably like, it wasn't Eddie. But yo, if I'm going to get caught up for a murder, they played themselves. They're there at 9:30. They're there at 9:15. Yeah, 9:30. They're there banging on the door. Then at 10 o'clock, they come back and they find out that Janet's dead. Well, stabbed up at that time. And then they leave. And then when they go to talk to the police, they tell the police, yeah, we knocked on the door. We went around the house. Then we left. And then we came back and found out what happened. Then we left again. Why are you leaving?
Yeah. This doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up. Fucking doesn't add up. Fucking baby Higgy.
What happened?
Look at his face.
He should have listened to his dad when his dad told him to shut the fuck up.
You wrong. You wrong. You're wrong.
You're from the Ville, dude.
Hey,
You're
man,
from the
what's up, guys?
Ville.
Kevin from South Boston.
You know, and that's another thing you got to keep reminding these kids, man. They're from the Ville. Stand on all 10.
He was the star witness. And why was only Mako the star witness and not Gavi too? Good question.
What about any of the other kids that went up to the house? There was like 3 of them.
Because Gavi couldn't lie. Gavi couldn't lie.
What happened next?
She called Lieutenant Femino and Trooper Duggan, and they came to my house.
A brew?
Trooper Duggan. You couldn't even say their names right. Them dudes had their foot on your neck, right, baby Hig?
You wrong. You wrong. You wrong.
Baby Higgins.
Conceded it was after an angry conversation with Eddie O'Brien's father that he went to
After an angry conversation.
his mother with the whole story.
He asked me what I had told the police down at the police station. I told him I thought it was Ed.
You thought it was Ed? Uh-huh. You thought it was Ed.
Ed thinks he went to his house wired too.
Does he? Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's why he told him, just get the fuck out of here.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, guys.
That's why his father. That's why his father's so pissed. It's because they used that kid.
They used him. They used him to send somebody to put someone up the railroad him. Listen to this.
And he didn't approve of that. He didn't really think I should have did that, but I told him I couldn't lie to the police.
You couldn't lie to the police. You have fucking chance. If you knew it was at 110% and you had these thoughts, you junior ATF agents, you had a fucking chance right then and there in Union Square, right there when he had a cut on his hand to tell the cops, I just seen him coming out the bushes. I don't know what that's all about, man, but I think he might have had something to do with it. But you didn't say that because you didn't know what was going on, which means that you probably would have said to your friend what happened. I just seen you coming out the bushes, and you know what, my man, is everything okay? But you didn't say either because you didn't see him. Period. Point blank end of the story. You didn't rat him out, and you didn't ask him if he was okay. You didn't even have no presence of mind. Your presence of mind is you didn't know if it was him. You knew, or how about this? Scratch that, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David J.F.K. Yannetti. Scratch that. Let me get more poetic for you. You knew it wasn't Eddie. That's the reason why you didn't say anything to him at fucking Midnight Convenient. Right, Marco Polo? Isn't that right, baby Higgins? You didn't know it was him. Because if you knew it was him, and even if you, being a junior ATF agent that you are, even if you thought he might have been a part of this, you probably would have told the cop on him because you already went to the cops 3-4 times after, right? You little ATF fucking punk. But here's the deal. You didn't do that, and you didn't ask him what happened. You just stayed silent. But you did ask him, did you know what happened to Janet? And he said, yeah, I do know. But you didn't say, of course you know. You got cut in your hand. She got stabbed. What happened to her happened to you. You know what happened.
Yeah.
You didn't say none of these things because you knew it wasn't him. You were there backing up his story, saying who jumped you. You probably was more concerned about who jumped him than you were about him coming out them bushes. You know why? Because it wasn't him that came out the bushes, Marco. Marco, the shit don't make sense, Marco. 30 years later, it does not make sense, Marco. Where you at? Where you at, baby Higgins? Where are you, bro? It don't make sense.
I'm trying to reach his dad. I want to get a hold of his father.
Shit don't make no sense at all. Make it make sense. Goddamn, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, man, what's up, guys? Kevin from South Boston.
We got Nan up in the chat.
Turbulence
You know
in the chat. Turbulence in the
It's always
chat.
turbulence when she's in the chat.
Keeps the brain rocking.
is your chat. You're a little man, and your life will always suck because of you. You're a rat. And you're not ruining my life, because my life is still fucking good. Unlike yours. And that's the best revenge. My life is going to be good. And yours is going to continue to suck, because you're a piece of shit. You'll turn on your friends. You don't even know what friendship is. You're a rat. I ain't crying. I'm laughing my ass off. You're a piece of shit. You're a rat. Because my life is still fucking good. Unlike yours. And that's the best revenge, bitch. You're a little man. And your life will always suck. Because
one time for Nan in the chat, around the way, girls. Let's go.
Let's go.
What? Here we go. Woo! Let's go.
I want a girl with extensions in her hair, bamboo earrings, at least 2 pair, a Fendi bag and a bad attitude. That's all I need to get me in a good mood. She can walk with a switch and talk with street slang. I love it when a woman ain't scared to do a thing. Standing at the bus stop, sucking on a lollipop. Once she gets pumping, it's hard to make the hottie stop. She likes to dance to the rap jams. She's sweet as brown sugar with the candy yams. Honey-coated complexion, using Cabernet. Let's hear it for the girl, she's from around the way. Your smile is like sunshine. That's why I had to dedicate at least one rhyme to all the cuties in the neighborhood. Cause if I didn't tell you, then another brother would. You're sweet like sugar with your gangster talk. Wanna eat you like a cookie when I see you walk. With your rayon silk, or maybe even denim. It really doesn't matter as long as you're in them. You can break hearts and manipulate minds, or surrender, act tender, be gentle and kind. You always know what to say and do. Cold flip when you think your man is playing you. Not cheap or petty, you're ready for loving. You're real independent, so your parents be bugging. But if you ever need a place to stay, come around my way.
To the bridge. Ladies.
With your new edition Bobby Brown button on your sleeve. I tell you, come here, you say meet me halfway. Cause brothers been popping that yang all day. Around the way like a neighborhood jewel. All the homeboys sweat you, so you're crazy cool. Wear your gold in the summer with your biking shorts. While you're watching all the brothers on the basketball court. Going to the movies with your homegirls crew. While the businessmen in suits be hawking you. Baby hair pumping, lip gloss is shining. I think you're in the mood for whining and dining. So we can go out and eat somewhere. We got a lot of private jokes to share. Lisa, Angela, Pamela, Renee, I love you. You're from around the way.
Hey, Dan coming through with that power coming through. Man, holding me down real quick just because I really appreciate that, Nan, holding down, supporting the show. Man. But you know how it is. We're going to take it back because he said something like that new edition Bobby Brown button on your sleeve with that new edition Bobby Brown button on your sleeve with that new edition Bobby Brown button on your sleeve. Hey, with that new edition Bobby button on your sleeve. Ladies, where we at? Come on. Let's slow it down for the beautiful ladies out there. Let's go. I go by the name of J.F.K.
I go by Jay Brilon.
And I go by Kevy Kev.
We just want to rock with you real quick. Let's go. Yes.
Baby, just touch me anyway.
Uh-huh. Ladies, if you know the song, sing it. Uh-huh. What are we listening to?
Let's hear some Marvin Gaye.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, let me rub your shoulders down.
Woo!
Let's dance the night away.
Here we go.
Feel your heartbeat next to
mine. Yes.
Baby, I'll make you feel nice. I think I can tell what's on your mind.
Say what? Before we go any further, ladies, I need y'all to sing this shit real loud. I need you to wake up the neighbors, wake up your man, wake up the cat, wake up the dog, man, and your little goldfish, whatever your vice might be. Sing that shit. Dan, they say make a sweet love, lady, don't you ever stop. But you know what they say, right? There's no rush. There's no rush. There's no rush. Hey. There's no rush. Y'all need to calm down. Say what? Say what? What up, ladies? Y'all know the song? Woo. How's the song go?
You get love, and more than heaven knows.
Here we go.
You're gonna see, I'm gonna run, I'm gonna try, I'm gonna take this love right to you. All my heart, all the joy. Oh baby, baby, please. Hurry, love, come to me. I wanna see you get free with me. I can feel it, I can feel you all through me. Ooh, what you do to me. And all I want from you is what you are. And even if you're right next to me, you're still too far away. If I'm not inside your arms, I get dramatic, baby, yes.
Yeah.
I need you, I want
Yeah.
you, I love you so. You're gonna see, I'm gonna run, I'm gonna try, I'm gonna take this love right to you. All my heart, all the joy. Oh baby, baby, please. Hurry, love, come to me. I wanna see you get free with me. I can feel it, I can feel you all through me.
Meditation. Elevation.
Hurry, love, come to me.
Dedication.
I wanna see you get free with me. I can feel it, I can feel you all through me.
Elevation.
What you do to me. So deep, so deep inside.
Here we go.
Meditation. Elevation. Dedication. Meditation.
If I had no more time, no more time left to be here, would you cherish what we had? Everything that you were looking for. If I couldn't feel it, and no longer were you with me, I'd be wishing you were here. Everything that I've been looking for. I don't wanna forget the present is a gift, and I don't wanna take for granted the time you may have here with me. 'Cause Lord only knows another day is not really guaranteed.
Here we
So
go.
every time you hold me like this is the last time. Every time you kiss me like you'll never see me again. Every time you touch me like this is the last time. Promise that you'll love me like you'll never see me again. Oh.
What up, ladies? How we feeling out there? Ladies. Are y'all with me? Put your one up, ladies. Let's go.
How many really know what love is? Millions never will. Do you know until you lose it? It's everything that we are looking for. When I wake up in the morning, you're beside me. I'm so thankful that I found everything that I've been looking for. I don't wanna forget the present is a gift, and I don't wanna take for granted the time you may have here with me. 'Cause Lord only knows another day is not really guaranteed. So every time you hold
Ladies, sing this shit. Ladies, you need to sing this shit. Ladies, I want to see you in the chat sing. Y'all better be singing this, ladies. How we feeling?
like this is the last time. Every time you kiss me like you'll never see me again. For me, baby, touch me. See, we don't really know this is the last time. Everything we never know is that you love me. I want you to promise me you'll never see me again. Like you'll never see me again.
Yes. And we are here. We are here. Back at it. Little pause for the cause. You know we bring that music. Thanks for the music for sure. How we feeling, ladies? How we feeling? Are we regulated? Are we good? Are we good? Because Mako, the ladies think you're full of shit, my man. They think you're so full of shit, my dude. That's a fact.
Lose his temper?
I don't think so. Well, he lost his temper, but I don't think it was at me.
Did he tell you not to come around the house anymore?
Yes.
And then did you stab her?
No.
Did you stab her?
You didn't hurt Janet Downing?
No.
Did you kill her?
Yo, you know what? I think that was Riley asking him them questions.
Think so?
Listen to the Yeah, listen to the voice that he said to him right here. Watch. Did he have a temper? Watch.
Abreu
Listen.
conceded it was after.
I didn't really think I
Watch.
should have did that, but I told him I couldn't lie to the police.
Listen.
So.
Did he lose his temper?
I don't think so. Well, he lost his temper, but I don't think it was at me.
Okay. Did he tell you not to come around the house anymore?
Yes.
Watch.
And then did you stab her?
No.
You didn't hurt Janet Downing?
No.
Did you kill her?
No.
Eddie O'Brien.
Sounds similar.
Kinda does sound very similar. Now that you said that, it really does.
Both before.
Ask Ed. Ask Ed. Hit him on the bat line. Ed, Big Ed. Was it Riley who asked him that question? Sounds like Eddie's lawyer to me. Oh, it could be. Sounds like that cop. Don't call me Poppy. God damn, man. You taking it back with that sound bite. Okay, Poppy.
Poppy.
That shit was. Okay, Poppy. Don't call me Poppy. Are you calling me Poppy again? No, I'm sorry, Poppy.
I just smoking the cigarette
right now.
My anxiety is 10 going to work tonight. God damn, why is that, Miss Manda? What's happening? Talk to the people. What's wrong? What's going on?
God damn. She need to meet underneath the mistletoe. God damn.
God damn, Kevy Kev. Muted.
Relax, Jay, bro.
God damn.
Damn, son.
God damn.
You gotta make sure. I gotta make sure you're on point.
Okay, I got you. We need Tom to come up on this bitch and answer some question. Yeah, Tom. Well, speaking of Tom, right? We talked to somebody today, right?
Oh yeah, we did.
Why don't you tell the people what you found out today and who you talked to today? And why don't you read the message?
That's gonna be hard because it's pretty
can't?
long.
You want me to
If I go off the screen so long, I only have like 5 seconds before it X's me out, so I got to do it quick.
All right, so I can read it.
Yeah, you can read it. I have to get myself a computer so I can do all that.
So you sent the message to David Yannetti, right? And this is the email, ladies and gentlemen, and you can see at the bottom what it says. It says David R. Yannetti, right? So this is what the email says. Why'd you email him at first? What did your email? What was the context of your email that you sent him?
So I emailed him. Emailed him a while ago, and I'm like, hold up, he never responded. Actually, I messaged him on Messenger, and I realized today that the message never went through because he don't accept messages from new people, from anybody. So I found his email today, and I emailed him, and I asked him if he wanted to come on the show and talk to us, and I let him know
about Eddie O'Brien. Did you tell him Eddie?
Yeah, I did tell him Eddie O'Brien.
Okay.
That was the subject, and I said it in the email, and I told him that we're going over the case. We have 32 episodes already to date. I told him how Artie was caught up in lies, and we just want his insight on a few things, to help us out. And that's what he responded to that email that I sent you.
So this is what he responded. He put, "Hey, Jason, thanks for reaching out. I like JFK a lot, as you probably know. Unfortunately, I believe I'm the wrong lawyer to comment on this case. I was a Middlesex ADA when this case was tried. My former boss, District Attorney Tom Riley, was the lead prosecutor who tried and won the case. I was not involved in the prosecution at all, but I have a lot of respect for DA Riley. I know from personal experience that he is a highly ethical prosecutor, and I would not want to speculate in any other direction. I'm sure you understand. Give my best to James." Look at that shit. Give my best to James Jackson. He said, "Give my best to journalist Jackson." God damn, he likes him some journalist Jackson. So then I said, email him back and say, "Hey, we don't need to talk about he said he loves he likes JFK a lot. So I said, hey, well, since he likes us a lot, I like him. He's poetic Yannetti to me. I got nothing but respect for Yannetti. We can have him on the show. We don't have to talk about. We could just talk about him, talk about how he started, what he likes to eat, where he likes, does he like fishing? Does he like cars? I don't know. Just chop it up with him, have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Kevy Kev 781 on the Cash App.
God damn, I agree.
He hasn't responded to that email yet.
Just be nice to just ask him, about different cases that he handled and stuff, and what he's seen, in those times and back then, like we were talking about, like, even, just thefts, different crimes, addictions, stuff like that. I mean,
yeah, that's I told you on the phone today. I think that'd be a great conversation. Like,
yeah,
what's he feel
yeah.
about like this addiction, like being on the side of being a prosecutor, seeing these addicts when they were sticking polos in the bag, doing all these crazy crimes to basically, being a defense attorney, helping out addicts when they get caught up or they're in a relapse and they do something stupid, like what's his take on addiction nowadays? Because I feel like everybody's take on it is different,
Oh,
at
definitely.
at one time we all felt a certain way about it. Like, man, how could you do that to yourself, But now it's like legit life and death. You know, every time one of your people are out there doing drugs, or even like a young kid right now at a party, man, being peer pressure to take a pill. The pill could be synthetic, a fake Adderall, a fake oxy, and they die. I mean, let's
Straight
face it.
Fetty.
When we were growing up, there weren't fake pills around like that. I mean, I'm sure there was fake pills, but not like that. Now, like and that's the crazy part about it is like I don't even understand why people, when they stamp the pill, they stamp it with the same number of an oxy pill. I don't know if they still do, but I know when they first came out, they would stamp it as to disguise it as an oxy pill, right? And so that would only fall into the government hands to be like they try to fool the client, but they know mostly their clientele would know that they were fake pills. They would just know. They know how to scratch them. They could tell the difference. So why not just stamp it what it is? Like put an F on it for Fetty. Like at least they can't get you with trying to kill somebody, fooling them. Like, oh, this poor guy, he tried to he tried to get oxy, but it wasn't, and he killed him. At least put Fetty on it, because all the addicts know the difference between, they know if they're getting pills off the street. I mean, 98% nowadays are fake. I mean, you'll be lucky because, they got the lock on prescriptions. Someone getting prescribed real oxy nowadays, they're monitoring them scripts. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Back
Ed
in the
answered
day,
me. He said that it was the doctors and they went over everything on the truth serum.
It was the doctors?
Yeah.
But yeah.
It did sound like Riley, though.
It did. All the naive kids that never partied before, they were told it was X. Now they were pressed. EMS pulled up 10 unresponsive kids. Shake my head. Lucky they all lived. See? The shit's crazy.
Yep.
Fake bills. I mean, Hulk Hogan, it just came out that Hulk Hogan died from the Fetty.
Really?
Yeah, they
his body shut
supposedly
down.
cut.
He was
They supposedly canceled him on giving him any more medication.
Oh,
and he started searching for it on the streets. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, you used to have your fucking Dr. Pilner. You know what I mean? It fucking hook you up. You go to the dentist, fucking get a tooth pulled, fucking. Well, fuck.
All the wear and tear on their bodies, they must get prescribed shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Especially being that old.
Yeah. His body couldn't take it no more.
His body was looking flabby years ago. like he didn't have it anymore.
Because
The problem
Eddie
is-
O'Brien's family, they are on their way, which means perhaps 10 minutes before everyone is in place and the verdict is heard.
Yeah.
Now, Eddie O'Brien's alleged crime was so brutal that it prompted a change in Massachusetts law to require that all juveniles charged with first or second degree murder be tried as adults.
Yeah.
Scientific evidence. It may
He's
be the
not even
most
cuffed walking
convincing
into the
proof of
courtroom.
guilt or innocence. And in Massachusetts, it's at the heart of the prosecution's case against Edward O'Brien, a teenager accused of murdering his best friend's mother, Janet Downing.
On the inside of this door were found 3 bloody fingerprints.
Stain latent on the front door.
Can you see him? Can you see the print? Is that it right there?
The faded part.
Of guilt or
The
innocence.
one there,
In
yeah, you can see him.
It's at the heart of the prosecution's case against Edward O'Brien, a teenager accused of murdering his best friend's mother, Janet Downing.
On the inside of this door were found 3.
Where are they? Right there, the blood marks?
There's one right above the door handle, and then one right on the edge of the door, like above it, where those little black marks are. Right to the right, there's a red mark. I don't see the third one though. But there's
Well,
one
think
right
about it.
above
If
the
he
door
was
handle.
gonna, why would he? If he was gonna like, it's exactly like he said to shut the door, right? Like he said, shut the door. Wouldn't he been covered in more blood? Wouldn't more blood be on that door?
There would be so much more blood on that door, because if he hit someone 98 times with a knife, I don't care who you are, you're gonna be covered and saturated in blood.
Bloody
They got it highlighted.
fingerprints.
Stain latent on the front door matched the known prints which I took at the police department, that of Edward O'Brien.
Next, the blood evidence.
Going into the
and not for nothing. Not for nothing. You know, they talk about how the fucking sink was running and that somebody washed up, even Artie. Oh yeah, the sink was running. It was fucking because of Eddie. You know, now if think about it, if you committed that and you were in that bathroom and you washed your fucking hands and cleaned up, you're gonna go back over and roll and touch this situation again? Fuck no.
Did Eddie even say the water was running when he went in? Did we ever hear that? Because Ryan said it and Artie said it, so. And I think Gina said it too, that the water was running.
What? But why would they leave the water running? So that does that coincide with the story that it was Eddie because Eddie came running out? You know what I'm saying? If Eddie came running out, right, and that shit spooked him, but then it doesn't make
Well,
no
I'm
sense. If he
thinking
came
that-
running out, why'd he run out so crazy, so frantic? He didn't have to run out so frantic.
But what I mean is if there was blood on his hands from, so just hear me out. He goes in the house, he sees Janet, he touches her. Then he gets told to shut the door and get the fuck out of here. You telling me before he left, he was like, hey, wait a minute, let me wash my hands? You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's a
that don't
good
make
point,
sense.
that-
Somebody else
this-
had the sink running, not Eddie.
Say that one more time. I wasn't listening. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If Eddie comes in that house to look for Ryan or look for Paul to go to Burger King, take the walk with him, and he sees Janet, he kneels down or bends over and he touches her and kind of, he touches her. Now he gets confronted by somebody. He hears people outside. He's told to shut the door and get the fuck out of here. Well, I'm going to kill you. Kill your whole family. You mean to tell me he's going to be like, yeah, hold on, let me go wash my hands and then book it with the sink running? No. That's why there was blood on the door. That's why there was blood. He wasn't the one
In the
running the
basement.
sink to wash his fucking hands.
I agree with that.
What the Duck says, three prints. This is great, right? Was in the book, right? So I take it this was in the book. I think I read this somewhere. 3 prints all belong to Eddie. His index finger touched it twice, and also his middle finger. That they were positioned as if his back was to the door when he pushed it shut. Like that's what I'm saying. Like his hand looked like so he had his back to the door. They told him to push it shut, and he kind of just reached back there, like verse, like touching the whole door. You know what I mean? Like pressing it shut like this. Like, you know, if he was in a panic, why not go like that? Right. So if his back's to the door, he can't go like that. Right. His fingers would be in back of him. So his hands would be like this, you know, he'd be like this. So he couldn't slam it. He'd be like just tapping it shut, you know, pushing it with his fingers. Got it. That's a good fucking point. And if you look at it, that's what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? Look at that shit. It looks like it's his fingers. Like if he was in a panic, like the dude.
A teenager accused of murdering his best friend's mother, Janet Downing.
The inside of
You know what I'm saying? Like, look.
the store were found
He could-
3.
Like,
he could have had the knife to him.
That's what I'm saying. Why, if the knife is at his neck, then he got to reach behind him, right?
Exactly.
So like, why, if he was in a panic like that and he thinks they're coming through the door, the first thing, your instinct, you would assume you would push it. You know what I mean? Why be all like, why touch it by the doorknob? Like, does anybody shut a door by like the doorknob though? Like,
Yeah, but if he ain't looking, if he's pushing it from behind, he don't know where he's touching. He's
That's
not
what I'm
aiming
saying.
for where he's touching.
That's what I'm saying. So it coincides with that. It looks like he doesn't know where he's touching. You know what I mean? Like where they got it highlighted. It looked like it
Bloody fingerprints.
Jeez. I know Norman Corey got something to say about this, right?
Where's he at?
Didn't Adi say Eddie washed himself up with a hose in someone's yard? I think he did. Yeah, he did say that.
I already did say that.
Yes, he did, sir. We got goals in different area codes. You guys want to join the conversation, man? Populate them goals. He did say that, but Margot said that wasn't true. Yeah, that's right. Go ahead, Kevin. Kev.
You know, like when you look at the layout and you look at the picture of where Janet was, like I said this the other night, you know, I feel like Eddie was on his way out, and whoever was in that bathroom confronted him in that area of where the front door was, because Eddie had to go into the foyer, take a left, walk into the house. Straight at him is the bathroom, and then you got the stairs going upstairs. Now he takes a right, or looks right, sees Janet in that room on the ground. He has to walk into that room. It's not like he was knelt down next to her and someone approached him and he just like put his hand up like and shut the door. It seems like he went over, realized what happened to Janet, stood up, and started walking backwards to go out of that house through the same way he came in. And somebody approached him in that other room that he walked by.
That's what I'm thinking.
You guys want to call Adi?
Yeah, fucking call Adi, bro. Bro, call Adi. Let me get a cigarette. This fucking
Is he all caught up?
This motherfucker. Call him up.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 80249
Leave him a message, Kevin.
is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Artie. It's Kevy Kev.
We didn't get your
J.F.K.
message either
show-off
because you were
show.
not speaking or because of a bad connection.
My bad.
Try it again. They didn't hear me talking. Try it again.
I'm gonna do this. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Let me see if I can call him. I'm gonna call him on my phone. See if he picks up. What's his number again? I got it.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 802-449-9734 is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Artie, you out there? It's Kev. Hey, listen. We were hoping you could call back the show. We had a couple questions to ask you. Did you leave that fucking water running? Artie? Artie!
Oh, damn. Holy shit.
Call me back.
Oh, shit.
Got him with the horn.
Matter of fact, let's take some phone calls. Who wants to call up and talk to Jay Brill and Kevy Kev 781? The phone lines are open. Call. What you guys feel about this whole Pot 33? What do you guys feel about the star witness, Marco? Give us a call.
He should have listened to his dad and kept his mouth shut.
Give us a call. Yeah, it sounds like we're blocked. We weren't blocked that one day, though. Remember he picked up?
Yeah.
Phone lines are open. My bad. Phone lines are open. Give us a call.
Call up, people.
So what do you feel about Marco, man? You think he's lying?
Oh, fuck yeah. I think Marco's fucking lying right out of his ass.
He's definitely lying.
Marco is lying, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what? I was listening to his testimony, and no kid in their right mind at his age back then is gonna say he looked at me over his right shoulder, specifically over his right shoulder. Why would he say that? Unless he was coached into saying that.
That's a great point.
Because he emphasized, oh, he looked over his right shoulder. Why didn't you just say he looked at you? Why did you have to say over the right shoulder?
Renee goes in area codes 386 via 6175. I miss home, peace and love, Crohn's warrior. Yes, you are, girl. Becky coming through. I love when Kevy yells at Adi. I heard he calls himself the Wet Bandit. He thinks he's home alone, right?
God damn.
We got a phone call, ladies and gentlemen.
Call in, people.
Eileen,
You're
they're not answering me.
Nah, we're here. What's up? You're live with
Oh,
JF.
hey.
You're live with JFK, Jay Brill, and Kevy Kev. What's up?
Hey, I was just going to hang up. I got a little nervous.
Well, don't be nervous.
I'm calling in because I think you guys are great, and Adi definitely, I don't know, there's something up with Adi. And those fingerprints that you just showed,
Yep.
I can see that, how that could kind of, he's a big guy. He's a big kid.
Right.
Like, you know, I could see that maybe how that his hand kind of, you know, one print is down by the doorknob and then the other one's up a little bit.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know. I just think Eddie O'Brien is innocent, and
why is
you
that?
guys keep up.
Why do you think he's innocent?
Well, it's hard. It's hard. Like, I think he got a raw deal. Maybe that's what I want to say. I think Riley maybe jumped the gun just to win the case.
Right.
But honestly, I can't picture a 15-year-old kid. To me, that was a stabbing of hate, like an act of hate. You know, I don't picture this kid. I don't know. Just from what I know, I don't see it. He, to me, looks like a teddy bear, like a big teddy bear.
Right. Kev, you want to elaborate a little bit? Talk to her. What's your name again? Eileen, right?
Eileen. I'm from Florida. I talked to Kev like a week or so ago.
Oh, you remember Kev?
Hey, how we doing tonight?
From Massachusetts. Yeah, I'm originally from Massachusetts. I lived there for all my life. I just moved to Florida 4 years ago.
Nice. Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, I'm on the same.
The corruption. I follow all the corruption going on out there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can you hear Kev? Go, Kev.
Yeah, and I think you're on the right path with this. Riley jumping the gun. I mean, he definitely was pushing a narrative that had to stick.
Absolutely. Just like Meatball Morrissey.
I agree.
You know what I mean? With the first Karen Reed case? It was all about the win for the Commonwealth. But he, prevailed and won the second case, which I thought was great. But I don't know. There's some serious corruption going on out there.
Becky G got a question for you. She said, do you believe he got jumped?
That's where I'm a little skeptical. I'm skeptical there, honestly. That kind of bothers me. Somebody said they saw him using somebody's hose, watering down, but I do believe he would have been covered in blood. Like his clothes. That's the part that, you know what I mean? And then the stabbing of the hand or the cut on the hand, I don't know. That's where I'm, maybe I just feel in my heart that he's done 30 years. And even if he did do it, which I personally don't think he did, it's, I don't, what do you guys think?
It's hard to comprehend that a 15-year-old kid, is gonna have that much hatred towards this woman across the street.
Well, that's how I feel. I feel like I can't. I have a weird feeling about Paul. There's something about the husband that I don't know. But the
Miss
son
808,
Paul.
sorry, Miss 808. I'm just jumping. I'm just in the chat reading. Don't mind me. Miss 808 says something real great right here. It would be embedded in everything: his hair, nails, skin, eyes. She's right. The blood.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There is no way. There's no way that, you know. I mean, things like that really do happen. You know, you walk down the street, you go to Burger King, you know, you get jumped. I don't know really the area, but I mean,
And he would have to. And if that, but if that's the case, and he did do it, that means he would have to clean everything up perfectly to perfection, and get rid of the murder weapon, and get rid of and discharge the clothing that was full of blood. And if he did that, then they would have found it. There was no way he would have been perfect at getting rid of the knife, the clothing, all that. It only makes sense that someone else who had a cab parked outside might have been able.
Absolutely. Somebody. Did they say the person had a nylon stocking over their face?
That's what he says.
Oh, okay.
That's what was told, that there was a stocking over his face.
Jay, bro, what do you think? She asked, "What do we think? What happened?" Why don't you break down what you think to this story? What you think?
All right, so I had a little plot twist because all the evidence and all the stuff that I'm hearing. So this is my theory. Paul probably went in. Something happened with him and his mother. And then somehow I feel Ryan's involved. So he was probably there at the same time. And then Paul left, called Ryan. Ryan called Artie to come help him. And Artie coached them all how to fix this problem. Eddie probably got chased out of the house by Artie, where he dropped his keys in the backyard. And then he was like, oh, shit, I got to go back and clean up everything, get everything out of the house. You know.
Who's the guy with the stocking face? Artie?
I think it was Artie with the stocking face, the stocking over his face.
Yeah, I don't know. Ryan's the cab.
I don't see why Eddie won't tell after 30 years. It has to be because maybe it's his best friend and he didn't want to, he's taking the rap for his friend or hoping that the truth will come out. But he's real focused on the evidence will exonerate him. So.
Right. But to take the word of that, what's his name? Abreu?
Abreu?
Yes.
I mean, come on, too.
Marco.
This to me was political. I don't know. I don't know if Ed O'Brien was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you know, I'm just a little bit baffled. But I feel in my heart that was an act of pure hatred, and I don't foresee a 15-year-old, not like J.F.K. just said, he would be covered, or whoever said it.
Embedded.
The blood everywhere. In his hair.
Yep.
Right. I mean, there's no way he would have cleaned up. No way. I think he was scared and ran out, and unfortunately, Abreu saw him, if that's true, jumping out of the bushes or coming out of the bushes.
It doesn't make sense though. If he seen him coming out the bushes, wouldn't he have said something to him?
He would have definitely said something to him down at the convenience store.
And he said he just gave him a look or something.
Yep.
You
ever see this? Where you watching us at?
I'm in Florida.
No, but where are you watching us? You're us on the screen TV? Where are you watching us?
Oh no, I'm on my phone.
On your so you can't see what we're doing right now?
No.
No. All right, so let us
It just shows the welcome to Massachusetts. All your stuff on the front.
So let me do this real quick. Let me let you go, and I want you to watch what we're doing. But I appreciate the phone call. I'm about to put a video up that you might not have seen. This is a video of Paul Downing's room. Yeah, so hang up and check this video out, and let's go. We're gonna go over it, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
I appreciate you calling, sweetheart. Okay, and I appreciate
Yes,
all the
have a good night.
Yeah, thank you.
peace and love.
Bye.
Bye. Beautiful phone call, ladies and gentlemen. Phone lines are still open if you want to call and you want to talk to JFK, Kevin, Jay Brilliant. This is your chance. Don't let it pass you by, people. Don't let it pass you by. This right here is the room of Paul Downing. 4:45 p.m.
Now that's that's looking out the window of his room.
Looking out the window at Eddie's house. Eddie's house is the red house.
Looking directly at the house. Phone lines are still open if you want to call.
Let's go, people.
I'll do my room another day when I clean it. My room ain't clean. Look at this how I live. See? My nice view. See the show in Boston. Show in Boston out the window. See, this is our house. This is my house across the street. I can see Jeannie when she changes at night. Paul, shut up.
I can see Jeannie when she changes at night. Isn't that
No, that's
ironic?
fucked up. That's fucked up.
I'll do my room another day when I clean it. My room ain't clean. Look at this how I live. See? My nice view. See the show in Boston. Show in Boston.
You know,
that White House is Gina's house.
So wait a minute, there's a Camaro outside. Whose Camaro was that? Out in the front of his house.
That's a Le Mans.
No, yeah, that's a Le Mans. That's a Le Mans. You're right. That's a Cuddy, right? Or a Pontiac?
Yeah, Pontiac Le Mans.
It could be a Pontiac or it could be a Cuddy, though.
Yeah, it could be an Oldsmobile.
See, this is our house. This is my house across the street. I can see Jeannie when she changes at night.
Now,
Paul,
you know,
what's he got on his walls? Hold on, I want to get a good look at this room for a second. Hold on a second.
Room another day when I clean it. My room ain't clean. Look at this how I live.
He's got a map on the bottom of his thing.
My nice view. See the show in Boston. Show in Boston out the window.
Whose car is this, bro? Was that Adi's car, bro? Adi was living there.
See, this is our house. This is my house across the street. I can see Jeannie when she changes at night. Paul, shut up.
Who's that on the wall? Is that the Fresh Prince?
Yeah, is that? I thought, is it Fresh Prince or Kid and Play?
No, it's not Kid and Play.
It goes by too quick.
Yeah, I got it on. He's got the cheering up there.
He's got a fucking
a California raisin.
God damn.
What's that right there?
Fucking Mickey Mouse.
My room another day when I clean it. My room ain't clean. Look at this how I.
It's got a weird skeleton up there,
You
too.
seen that little skeleton thing?
Yeah. Look at that.
Like a witch head. Or like one of those, what is it? That ring?
Yeah. He's gonna swing back around. He's got a map.
You know, he said that so easy. This is where I see Jeannie changing that night. Just like he would say that Eddie said that about, his mother or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why I'm playing it, bro. Don't mind me, guys. I'm trying to get the perfect spin.
Oh, Mickey. Hey, Mickey Mouse.
Another reason.
Is that a chick on his wall?
It looks like a chick in a bikini
Where?
down the right of Mickey Mouse. I don't know. That looks. I don't know. I thought it was what's his name, Stephen Urkel, but I don't know. Is that Stephen Urkel?
Nah, I don't think that's Urkel. Paul.
You wrong. You wrong. You wrong.
Nice view. It's Sean Boston. Sean Boston. See, this is our house. This is my house across the street. I can see Jeannie when she changes at night. Oh. My room is out there when I clean it.
See those red orbs on the window on the house?
Yeah. Yeah, I see him.
That's his house, man, right there.
Yeah, I see the red orbs.
That's crazy that he said that, right?
Oh, yeah, for a weirdo like that.
The Venmo at JFK show off. The Cash App at JFK show off. Super chats are awesome support. Kevy Kev 781 on the Cash App rolling on the below the screen. And we have phone calls tonight. 470-440-0104. Make sure you give us a call, man. We're here right now.
Yeah, call us up.
KQ said she wanted to call, but she's nervous. She should call.
Who?
KQ, KKEW.
Call up. Call up. We're here.
She said she was nervous.
It's easy.
If I can do it, anybody could do it.
God damn. Come on. Ask us a question.
And I've even been showing my face for you guys.
To accept.
We got Patrick giving us a call. Go ahead, Patrick.
What's up, brother? How you guys doing?
What's happening?
So
Going back to what Jay Williams said about the blood fest that the brother runs
the Gore website.
Yeah, J.F.K. I sent you a message.
Yeah.
With that.
Okay.
You look at it. I sent you photos of it.
Is he involved in it though, for real?
Huh? I don't know if he's involved in it, but that thing is for real. When you said that, when Jay Brady brought that up, I was like, I know something about this, and then I figured out who it was. So I went back and snatched some pictures. Yeah, I was pretty for a second. Chew on mine though.
Cosmic Curtatone said that he ran it.
All right, but the blood fest is a big thing with the LGBTQ community.
Okay.
Oh, the Blood and Fashion.
Hey, what's that?
The Blood and Fashion that Paul went to?
I'm not sure. Yeah, the Blood and Fashion, but there's another one called the Blood Fest.
Oh.
So you can look into that. I sent Jay the photos. He can send the photos there. So that's a little. When I heard you guys say that, like, no, I've seen that. I know it. I know something about that. And then I looked at it. And also, the door that they're showing in the courtroom, it doesn't look like there's a lot of fingerprints on that door. The amount of people in and out of that house.
Mm. True.
If you go back and look at it, it just really doesn't look like it to me.
You mean like there wasn't many taken? Because I see what you're saying. Like if they would have dusted with that like black powder stuff, you know, you'd see it really substantially stand out on that door.
Yeah, and I mean there should be tons of fingerprints all over that door. You know what I mean? From people opening it and closing it, pushing with their hands. There should just be more than those, what was it, 6 fingerprints that they showed? What they do, wash off the rest?
Well, no, I mean, like you're saying, they it sounds like they got what they wanted and they didn't have to really go any further.
Well, no, they would want to do that whole door.
Well, they found what they wanted.
Yeah, that's true.
That's what Kevin's saying.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, you stopped it over the blood. All right, my mistake.
But and that's what I mean. The ones in the blood, they were, you know, that's significant that, you know, whoever put them there was there during this crime.
Yeah. So, and then I was thinking back, I've been trying to look for it, but there was a guy, he's a Latino guy. They interviewed him and he was saying, why would I rob the white kid? So evidently,
what do you mean?
They found somebody.
What do you mean?
In, what was it, not Porter Square, in Somerville.
What are you saying?
Remember when Eddie said he got robbed?
Yeah.
Then a few days later, there was an interview with a homeless guy, probably Puerto Rican, right? And they were asking him questions, and he was saying, you know, why would I rob the white kid?
I don't remember that.
So
I never seen that.
I've been looking for it.
I think you might have put a false theory in your head, kid. What were you, fucking dreaming or something?
Damn, Patrick.
I was hanging out with Deborah.
God damn, Patrick.
I was hanging out with Deborah. Yeah.
Do you believe the story that he got jumped?
I think so.
You believe it?
Because of the way I think so, because of the way the cuts are. So if his hand slipped all the way down to the blade, I think it would go his palm really
what?
deep, especially if that.
What you call it? His what?
The palm of his hand.
Oh goddamn!
You wrong. You wrong.
Yeah, and, that's what I think. That it would have slipped right through his. You know, they show what between his pinky and his thumb.
Oh god damn!
You wrong.
What do you call that?
You wrong.
What do you call that
You
between
wrong.
his pinky and his thumb?
I'm not saying what it is.
What?
God damn.
I'm not saying what that is.
What you say about a pinky?
That's what wasn't that where the cuts were? On his
You wrong.
pinky.
You wrong.
He's fucking.
We're fucking with you, Patrick.
The cut was on his thumb and in the bottom of his pinky and the palm of his hand.
How come you ain't say you wrong to Jay? You did to me.
Because we're just playing with you, making changes. It's all good.
God damn.
I know you were.
It's almost Christmas and shit, Patrick.
What's that?
We're just playing with you, man. It's almost Christmas and shit, you know?
Oh, I know.
It's the Christmas
So
spirit.
that's what I think on that one from what I've picked up.
What the duck says,
And
they didn't dust for prints. They used a chemical solution. 4 prints were pulled. The 3 that belonged to Eddie and a 4th that got ruined in the process.
God damn, what the duck.
Conveniently got ruined, right?
Very convenient.
Hey, Eddie, did you do this crime?
Did you kill Janet Downing?
Absolutely not.
Cool. Hey, Barrows, did Eddie kill Janet Downing?
Absolutely not.
Thank you, Barrows. You sure about that, Barrows? He didn't kill Janet?
Absolutely not.
Can always count on you, Barrows.
And maybe I'm looking too much into this, but she asked him, "Did you hurt Janet?" when they were doing the film.
Yep.
So he said, "Did you hurt Janet?" And he said, "No." And then he said, "Did you kill her?" And then he said, "No." Why wouldn't they ask him with her name on everything?
What do you mean?
You know, when he said, "Did you hurt Janet?" he said, "No." And then when he said, "Did you kill her?" What did you kill Janet?
I think he said, "Did you stab her?" What do you mean? So by not saying, "Did you stab her?" He
didn't say his name. He didn't say Janet's name at the end of it, and like he did when he said if he hurt her.
After the drugs were administered, the prosecutor says.
House anymore?
Yes.
And then did you stab her?
Why leave her name on?
He lost his temper, but I don't think it was at me.
Okay. Did he tell you not to come around the house anymore?
Yes.
Stab her. And then did you stab her?
No.
You didn't hurt Janet Downing?
No.
Did you kill her?
No.
Eddie O'Brien denied the murder both before and after the drugs were administered. The prosecutor says it means nothing. He says O'Brien told different stories to the same examiner.
He never accounts for the fact that his blood is in that house. He never explains that away in the tape, and he would not have been able to explain that away at trial.
Look at the size of this motherfucker.
I know.
Dude, look at just no disrespect, Eddie, but the size of his head. He's just a big dude.
I feel like they planted it on him because it fit, like, because he was so big that he had the strength to stab her 98 times. He just fit the perfect suspect.
Well, there's the question. Freebird's asking, well, why didn't they ask who did it? They didn't let him do that, right? I'm sure that's redacted.
Didn't let everything.
From what I know, the only thing they couldn't ask him is what he saw inside the house after he saw Janet.
But did they ask him who did it though? Was that a question? Why wouldn't that be a question?
Maybe
Right.
do you have the whole serum video, the true serum video, the whole thing?
We need to start getting all that stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna work on that.
Who has it?
I'd like.
I mean, it's out there. I mean, you know, Eddie got it. You know, Margot got it.
I'd like to question all the people, all the staff in that room.
Right.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a great point.
And when he's answering the questions, he's shaking his head. No.
What does that mean, though? What do you mean by that?
It's just as if I was asking you a question and you know, a yes or no question, and it told me no, you would shake your head, right?
Right.
But I think that just, I'm trying to explain it. You know me and my brain. That, I mean, he's so juiced up. And they're asking him questions, and he's giving body language the same way.
Yeah, good point.
So, unless I'm reading into too much.
It does sound like Riley asking the questions to Eddie with the truth serum. You'll have to ask Eddie. His father says it's not. Missy Beach.
Yeah.
He said it was the doctors, and he said they went over everything. So I gotta find that video.
Well, someone got that video. That video's everything. The question is, why wouldn't they ask him who did it? And then if they did ask him who did it, so let me ask you this: if they asked him who did it, and he turns around and says, "I don't know," right?
Yep.
And he turns around and he says he don't know. Do we still believe that he passed that test? I mean, like that test is legit. I'm just saying, if he passed the test, like based on everything we know, right? So let's just say this is all speculation, ladies and gentlemen. Follow me on this, please. If we see that video, the whole video, because that's just a clip of it, and we see that he says, well, who killed Janet Downing? And he goes, I don't know. Was it a man in a mask? Yeah. Do you know who killed Janet Downing? No. Do we believe that? Based on what we know, that it couldn't be like an outside person. It either had to be Paul, Ryan, or Adi, right? That's who we believe. So if we believe that, then he would have to know who it was, right? So do we believe him still after that? That's a good question, right? Are you sleeping over there, Kevin Kev?
What else? No, man.
He said, no, man.
God
But
damn,
your
man.
eyes look like your eyes.
That's how I seen him last night.
You look like you're fucking sleeping, bro.
God damn, bro.
But if you are tired, bro, you can log off.
No,
bro.
man. I was trying to tell you, bro. I'm like, the computer's in my face. I got it.
I'm just letting you know what you
white
look
background. I ain't sleeping though, man.
Yo,
I don't
bro,
want everybody thinking I'm sleeping.
I don't give a shit if you are sleeping. You're my dog. You can sleep all you want. You can sleep and I let you sleep, bro. You can take a nap. Oh, he logged off. Where the fuck did he go? God damn, Kevin.
Can't take a joke, Kevy Kev?
Nah, of course he could. I think he hit the wrong button, dude.
Nah, I know. I'm just messing with him.
Poor kid hit the wrong button.
And another question about the truth serum. I'm going to have to look it up, but when they do the question, is it like
Say what? You're breaking up a little bit. What?
the polygraph? You know how the polygraphs are yes or no questions?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Right. Yeah, I believe so. But is the truth serum still the same way? Yes or no questions.
Normally, Corey says tests like that is not to point the finger to another person. But did they ask the question, though, do you know who killed Janet Downing? Now, my question is, if just hypothetically, if they did ask that question and he said no, do we still think that test is accurate? Is that a better way of saying it? Hey, let me hold on one second. Hold on one second, bro. Hold on.
from. Oh. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Who's this? Hello? 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 No.
Call back.
I just hung up on Pat by mistake, too. It was a restricted call. I wanted to see who it was. My bad, Patrick. I take them restricted calls.
Call from.
Patrick.
My bad, Pat. What up, brother?
That's all right. I forgive you.
Yeah.
I'll let you have it.
Yeah, man. I just was seeing who was calling on a restricted line. They didn't want to talk, obviously.
All right. All right. Well, if it happens again, I'll just hang up. What do you call it? So, like Norman Corey said, it's not to point the finger at somebody. So, is that truth serum meant just to be a yes or no answer?
I think so.
Selective questions, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he did say where he went in the house too when they asked him.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he said he went in the foyer, took a left, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he broke that whole shit down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then I'm assuming they ask him questions like, you know, is your birthday this? Is your mom's name and dad's name this?
Yeah.
As just I forget what they call them, those type of questions. But
leading.
The polygraph too, right?
Yeah, he passed both, my dude.
Mm-hmm. So, and we know they're not admissible in court, but
no, but they were supposed to be because the Commonwealth is the one that did it. He just answered them. He just answered them. They paid for it. But I mean, I don't know if his lawyer pulled the string to get it paid for. But at the end of the day, I'm sure that if he would have said, "Yeah, I killed Janet Downing," they would have used it.
They would have used it for sure.
Hopefully, I don't know. It would be nice to be able to talk to somebody.
So let me ask you this: do you think Eddie O'Brien killed Janet Downing, Patrick?
No.
No. Okay. Who do you think did?
I don't know.
I went in about 4 or 5 hours after to get the kitty litter box and the kitten.
You think Adi had anything to do with it?
I think he might have something with the cover-up because I'm thinking that maybe Paul Jr. had a lot to do with it. And the reason I say this is, who was the girl in the car with him?
Michelle.
So Michelle said that he went in the house for about 15 minutes.
Yep.
And they were just about to go over to get him when he came outside.
Yeah.
And the woman next door says that the water pressure was low. 15 minutes is a long enough time to do what he had to do. Allegedly, do what he had to do. Go upstairs, shower, and then go back out.
It is, man, but it isn't. I mean, goddamn.
Or do you think the crime is just what the evidence is on her body in the photos just would take too much time, and then take a shower?
I don't know. That's a tough one. But Pat, I'm gonna leave it right there, brother. I appreciate you answering my questions. I appreciate you calling in, brother. We'll talk again soon, my brother.
All right, cool.
My bro. Peace and love. See you in the chat. Peace.
He brought
Patrick, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, Patrick brought up a good point. I agree with him on the water pressure thing. I mean, now there was two things that happened. They said that the sink was overflowing. I could see after 15 minutes of the water running in a sink like that was probably in that little bathroom, that half bath. I could see that sink overflowing. The question is did Eddie hear the water overflowing? If the water was overflowing, I mean, that can kind of like, justify a timeline with the lady next door, Paul being in there.
You're live with J.F.K, Kevin, Jay Brew. Hello?
Hi, J.F.K. Hi, kid. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
We had one of the guests on one night that said something about Carrie Ann. Some of her friends had robbed Janet.
Yep.
So is it possible that Carrie Ann and her friends were over there robbing Janet, and Paul walked in and caught them in the middle of it, and that's why Paul walked out freaked out? And then as they're driving up the hill coming back, and he sees all the lights, and he's in the car with his friends, he says, my mom, because they were in there. Maybe I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, anything's possible at this point. If it wasn't Eddie, could it just be? I mean, it just sounds like on both ends. It sounds like Paul would be covered in blood and Eddie would be covered in blood in that time span. It seems like someone was in there a little bit earlier. But then where did Carrie Ann disappear to? How'd they get out? No one's seen him, because you got to keep in mind, Marco was there, Gavi was there. They were hanging around. Where'd they go after? How did they leave the house? No one peeped them. No one's seen them. But yeah, I hear your point though, for sure.
I mean, I feel like definitely Artie's involved somehow, and just because of the way that Mr. Roberts and Mr. Ed said that whenever Paul Jr. came out of the house, the look on his face, both of those grown men just said, yeah, did you see that? Did you see his, something was up with that kid when he came out of the house.
Maybe he just. I don't know.
That's all I wanted to ask, because that was something that's been bothering me, and I noticed Cheryl had mentioned it in the chat earlier, and I was like, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. So anyway, I love you guys. Thank you.
Hey, I appreciate the call, sweetie. Peace and love.
Thank you so much.
You're live with JFK. Kev. They hung up. That's the second time they did that. Call again. Thank you, last caller. I think it was who was the last caller? I think it was Mitzi.
The volume was down. I really didn't hear it in the very beginning.
Mitzi, thank you so much. You could hear her though, right?
I heard her after you. Yeah, I think you might have raised the volume a little bit.
Mitzi, thank you so much for the call. Yeah, we're getting a no caller ID coming in, but I picked up twice so far. They called 3 times in a row. Call back. Thank you, Mitzi. I appreciate the phone call. That's some awesome insight. So Mitzi said, do you think that he walked in the house, Kerry and a couple of goons were robbing Janet, and he didn't know what to do, and he left. He let her get robbed, and he came home to realize shit escalated, or maybe he's seen that. I mean, it's possible, right? But then you got to say, well, where did Kerry Ann disappear to? Who had Kerry Ann's baby? Because she had a little baby at the time. You know, all these different things come into play. You know, why is your energy so low? Whose energy? Ken, you talking about? Yeah, well, truth hurts. What? Why is your energy low? Truth hurts. What?
What the hell?
Yeah, truth hurts. What are you talking about? What are you selling, Ken? The truth hurts. What truth? What's up? What's up with the context? You're a big Ken. There's some weird people that jump in chats, huh?
Huh?
Definitely weird people.
Is Ken a troll? I don't know. He's gone. He was here last night talking shit too. What the duck just hit him with the boot. See you later, Ken.
Hey,
Go
Ken.
back.
Hey, Kenny.
Hit him with it.
See you later, buddy.
See you later. Hold on a minute, Ken.
Bluetooth.
Hey, Ken, go back to your Bobby Dream house.
Yeah.
All right, go back with Paul. All right.
Clown! You are a clown! Clown!
Thank you, What the Duck. Bye, Ken. Why is your energy so low? Ah, Jesus. My energy or our energy on this panel is right where it needs to be. This is where it's at right now.
It's called taking calls.
It's called taking calls. It's called taking it. We're on the porch chilling out, man. This, it's a stream. It's up, it's down. It's cool. Right now we're on chill mode. You know what I mean? But we do got the phone lines open if you want to talk to Jay Brill. Kevy Kev, I'll take a couple more calls. Anybody that wants to call, this is your chance to talk about. We used to get plenty of phone calls on Karen Reed. If you've been familiar with this or getting familiar with this Eddie O'Brien case, I would like to ask you, if you called, who do you think killed Janet Down, and do you think Eddie did it? And do you believe the jumping story? Because if you believe Eddie didn't do it, then that means you would have to believe the jumping story. Or you believe that Eddie didn't do it, and do you believe that he lied about getting jumped? Like, what is it? I would like to hear your insights. For sure. For sure. For sure. Mako. But that video is crazy of him in the room, though, huh? You got that weird shit.
That dude's a bit of a weirdo, man.
What's that?
The video, like in the room and stuff. I wonder how many more videos he's got.
That's what I'm saying. There was a lot of videos back then, bro.
Yeah.
James Jackson, what do you feel about it, bro?
With it right now, James. I mean, I'm not 100% sold on it, but I will say this, that Eddie's story was always consistent. It never changed, right? He's always remained 100% sold on it, but I will say this, that Eddie's story was always consistent. It never changed, right? He's always remained in his innocence through this whole trial, this whole case. But someone else's story changed a lot, and that was that guy, Adi Ortiz.
It was that guy.
I went in about 4 or 5 hours after to get the kitty litter box and the kitten.
You're a little man, and your life will always suck because of you. You're a rat.
I went in about 4 or 5 hours after to get the kitty litter box and the kitten. That was it. And what I seen, to this day, I don't wish anyone to see what I saw.
You're a little man, and your life will always suck because of you. You're a rat. And you're not ruining my life, because my life is still fucking good. Unlike yours. And that's the best revenge. My life is going to be good, and yours is going to continue to suck, because you're a piece of shit. You'll turn on your friends. You don't even know what friendship is. You're a rat. I ain't crying. I'm laughing my ass off. You're a piece of shit. You're a rat, because my life is still fucking good. Unlike yours.
I went in about 4 or 5 hours after to get the kitty litter box and the kitten. That was it. And what I seen, to this day, I don't wish anyone to see what I saw.
You're a little man, and your life will always suck because of you.
I agree, James, for sure. A lot of inconsistencies in both stories, though, you know? Eddie said he got jumped. That's a tough sell right there. But you know what? It'd be a shame that he's been locked down 30 years. You see where we're at in Miami, getting our minds right. And when you step away from everything for a couple of days, you really think about it. And it's a shame if he's been down 30 years and he's missing out on life. For sure.
Yeah. Yo. Summer of 1995, hot night in July. Why did Janet have to die?
You're live with J.F.K, Kevy Kev.
Oh, hi. I'm just so nervous now. I wasn't expecting to get through.
Well, you're here. You're here now. What's happening?
Oh, I can't believe it. First of all, I'm calling from Canada, Rhoda, BC, Canada.
Nice.
And I've watched you guys. I've watched you guys for 2 years.
Oh, that's awesome.
Through the January, through this now, and I just love you guys.
And we love you for sure. Thank you.
Yeah, no, you guys are just, I just respect you. The other creators all involved in this other stuff anyway.
Mm-hmm.
No, you guys, you're honest and you're trustworthy and you haven't said good, J.F.K.
Appreciate that.
And I really respect that, so.
And I respect you. I appreciate that. So you're in Canada right now. What part of Canada?
I'm in BC, in Kelowna.
Oh, okay. Is that by Toronto? Where's that by?
No, the West Coast.
Oh, okay. See, I'm not really familiar with Canada, so don't mind me. But okay.
No, that's okay. So the West Coast, Vancouver, is west of me, and I'm in southern British Columbia. They call it the Napa Valley of Canada. It's wine country, you know?
Oh, wow. That's awesome. So let me ask you this, sweetie. Do you think Eddie O'Brien killed Janet Downing?
100% no. And that's with every bone in my body.
Every bone. So who do you think?
Every bone in my body, absolutely not. There's just absolutely no way that boy pulled that off. And it was a frame. Poor kid was just told he was framed.
Do you believe the jumping story? You believe he got jumped?
I do in some sense believe that something happened. I believe something happened to Eddie on the way. I think that kid was in such shock and had been so traumatized and so afraid. You know how much attention he was paying to what was going on around him? You know, I can see something like that happening. The misfortune of it all is so tragic. Like, yeah, I just think that it was. I don't know why that happened to him. You know why this happened to him? But you guys are going to make it right.
Right. Well, you got anything to ask her, Kevy Kev? Yo, Kevy Kev, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I thought you were asking her if she wanted to ask me a question.
No, I said, do you have anything to ask her, Kevy Kev?
I mean, do you think, do you think there's any involvement with with Adi? What do you think about Adi?
Oh yeah, no, I think there's involvement. I don't think about what level or what extent, but I do believe totally he is involved. He's involved directly, or he's involved in helping somebody cover up. Like it's just too many. There's just too many coincidences.
Yeah.
And those twins. Those. There's something up there. Like it was somebody who knew her. I believe somebody that was really close to her, and it's a love-hate. It's like it's such rage and hatred, but also removing the brassiere. To me, as soon as I saw that, in my opinion, I thought, and I said to my husband, I went, who would do that? Take the brassiere off.
Right.
To me, a son that is just a part of a woman that a son would not want to. That's a mother, right? Like that's what I think. I think there's something really twisted there,
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Shit's about to go down. Says, hey JFK, if Eddie stabbed her 98 times and then got jumped, he would have been crawling into the corner store. Yeah, but that's the point. That doesn't make any sense. If Eddie stabbed her 98 times and then got jumped, if he stabbed her 98 times, then he didn't get jumped. That's the point.
Yeah.
I think you got it all wrong. Shit's about to go down. You need a are you all caught up? Shit's about to go down. Are you all caught up? You all caught up? Because
you all caught up?
I don't think that you got the facts right. Yeah. Well, I appreciate your phone call, sweetheart, and that it's a I appreciate everything that you said.
I just want to close by saying thank you so much for accepting my call. I am loyal. I watch you guys all the time. It really fills me up with a lot of joy. I love the music. I just trust you guys. And to me, that's everything to me is if you trust people and all that other stuff going on, all those other creators and all that, it is absolutely insane. And if I don't have a level of trust, or if I can't believe something, I'm done. I'm out. I check out. But I'm with you guys. I'm not checking out.
I appreciate you, and that's a beautiful thing to hear, girl. I appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much.
We'll talk soon, okay? Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Great phone call. Great phone call.
And I say the same thing, man. Adi's been he was there on the scene 30 years ago, and it feels like he's never fucking left.
And he was one of the first ones on the scene.
Exactly. And he was one of the first ones to start running his mouth on our show.
Yeah. He's the only one talking.
Yep. And I'm surprised that this family, the Downings, they're okay with him representing and speaking on that family, and setting, aligning himself up with,
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Norman Corey, what up, brother?
What's going on, buddy?
What's happening?
Long time no talk.
Long time no talk. How we doing out there?
I'm all right. How are you? How's everybody doing over there? I like Jay Brilliant. He's got a lot of information. That cat does.
Yeah, me and Jay, we with two ATF agents. We just don't tell people, and we call people.
Oh, yeah.
We call people up during the day. and we get down to the bottom of shit.
Hey, I get bored driving around in that tow truck all day. I got to do something with my life.
Yeah. Something that's worth it, get down to, because, this is like a spooky situation, man. It's like this story is one of those stories, man, that like it brings feelings of like, you're sad what happened to Janet. And then there's that other side of it, like what happened, who did it type situation, and there's like so many culprits that you could point to. So with that being said, my man Norman Corey, which I appreciate you with all the super chats and everything you bring to the show. Who do you, let me rephrase that. Do you think Eddie killed Janet Downer?
No, I do not.
So what's going on? What's your belief?
I think, for one, I don't think he had time to do it. With the whole neighbor here in the water running right around 9, Eddie still hadn't even left his house yet. His sister said that she was watching programs that just started at 9, and then it already started 5 minutes in, or maybe a little bit less. He got restless. He went outside. He told his dad he was going to Burger King. The water was already running at that point. So there's that. And you're not cleaning up all that blood in 10, 15 minutes, if you even had that time. And then you look at, you say, okay, so did he walk in and see what was going on? Yeah, it's definitely, I could see it happening. Absolutely. I believe that story that he walked in and the only thing I don't really believe is that the person had a mask on. I think he knows damn well who it was. And for whatever reason, at that age, he was scared shitless. And took off like a bat out of hell out the back door, back steps, wherever the hell he went. I think he saw Artie in that house. Like Kevin Kev said, it happened 30 years ago. Artie has not left the scene of the crime. He wants to know every little thing. Information is power. He wants to know everything about what happened, so as people ask him questions, he can try to spin the fucking narrative. That whole story about the hose, that never happened. It's not written anywhere in any appeal, in any court document as testimony that somebody saw him doing a hose. That kid Marco is a liar. His body language is all over the place. He looks down when he tries to explain why he didn't point the finger at Eddie. That's shame. He knows he's lying. Someone put him up to it.
That's right.
I don't even know how a jury could believe that. And we don't even have his whole testimony. I am no body expert at all. But I lived a life trying to deceive my parents. So I knew what not to do and what to do. And he's a flat out liar. He is. He's lying his ass off. For whatever reason, he was told to or manipulated. You sure you didn't see him? Well, I saw something. Could it be? That next thing you know, they're putting words in your mouth. None of it makes sense. Artie's key is in the backyard. I'm sorry, but the only way for his key to be back there is if he's there before the cops.
Facts.
That automatic, he's a fucking suspect. His key is in the back. Why won't he admit that he found his key? Because if he admits he found his key, then he admits that the cop says that he found it in the backyard. So you don't talk about it. That way you don't, you know what I'm saying?
And he admits that he was there first.
Say that again?
And he admits that he was there first. He was one of the first on the scene. If his keys were really in that backyard, the cops were there. They weren't letting anybody go in and out of there. They stopped him from going in and out of there. And if the cop found that key in the backyard, that would have made him there before them.
That's right. That's why he never said that's why he wouldn't admit that he had the key. He got the key back. The cop gave him the key back, but he can't walk to his car now and leave. Cop saying he's part of the crime scene. He can't leave, so he acts like he don't know nothing. Then somebody tows the damn car. I mean, come on. If Jay talked to somebody and they said they brought the key back to him. He had access to leave. If that's true, which would have no reason to believe that it's not, why wouldn't he have left? Because it attracts attention. He's not going there. I bet he never went anywhere near that car that night once he got there. He didn't go to see his wife. His wife just lost a sister, and he doesn't go to the hospital. He says that he called the hospital. Fucking hospital is not going to connect him to his wife. Well, his wife is in the ICU in the emergency room trying to save somebody's life. That's not happening. They're going to give him the message. And the girl says, I never heard him talking on the phone. He was on the phone for 30 seconds. I never heard it. His story's got more holes than Swiss cheese. It's just ridiculous.
So let me ask you this. Who do you think killed Janet Downing?
I think Eddie did it. I mean, Adi did it. Absolutely. I think Adi did it. Listen,
I went in about...
It doesn't fall just happen all of a sudden. People say, well, there's no history. No, there's no history, but there's a future. It's a fact that are we not going to believe Carol? Why would Carol make up a story that her husband pulled out a knife on her after her sister was murdered with a knife?
Hold on a minute. You got to stay
God,
right there. Hold
God
on.
damn.
We're about to take it up to 39,000 feet with you. You got to give us a second. I gotta process what you just said, Norm. He said, "We'll say that one more time."
I said that, people always say that, well, this person had no history of violence, this, that, and everything, but he had a future of it. He had a future of violence towards Carol. She testified that he pulled out a kitchen knife, threatened her life, punched a hole in the wall, scared the shit out of the kids. The judge found her credible and granted her a divorce on her testimony.
Yep.
Yeah, even that the arrest was vacated by the court, was dropped. The arrest for violating the 209, but that wasn't. Janet didn't vacate that. That was the court, because the court said there wasn't enough information for them to say that he violated. Apparently,
And you said why would Carol make that up, knowing that her sister got stabbed? Right? Why don't we believe her?
Right. Yeah, I absolutely do believe her. She wouldn't make that up. Her sister got fucking brutally managed. Now, 10 years later, she's gonna say, "Well, he threatened me with a knife." No.
Hold on a second, bro.
The Massachusetts, the system is petty, juvenile law and politics. So
Norman Corey with the jewels tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
Dude, after what he just said, I'm starting to think that maybe Artie was an informant.
Artie was an informant?
Yeah, because a lot of people are asking if Artie was an informant. And you just said that they threw out the case or they sealed his arrest or something. Why would they do that if he wasn't an informant?
They dropped the violation of the restraining order, and it wasn't done by Carol. It was done by apparently, the cops or the DA, whoever's in charge of dropping that. And the reason being was that that there's just not enough here for us to proceed, even though the fact of the matter is he was stalking her. Sound familiar? He was stalking. If everything is believed that everywhere Janet went, she'd see a green cab and this, that, and the other thing, and with the whole kitty litter, he was gaslight. Sounds like he was gaslight. You guys see that movie from the 40s, Gaslight? It was about a guy that was gaslighting his wife to make her look like she was nuts, so he could take over all her money. Well, that's the whole thing. You put the kitty litter in the thing, the book starts showing up where it's not supposed to be, and she even says to a neighbor, "I'm telling you this because you're gonna think I'm crazy." That's the whole idea of gaslighting somebody, to make them look like they're fucking nuts. So if they tell somebody, people take it with a grain of salt.
And with that being said, Adi, man, I'm gonna end this phone call, man. I appreciate you calling in, man, and you broke it down tonight, my brother, and thank you for everything that you do, my bro.
God damn, Norman.
Great night.
Yeah, we'll talk again soon, real soon, brother. You already know.
Keep on, keep on.
Thanks, Norman.
Later, Norman.
Great phone call, ladies and gentlemen. Norman Corey.
Some great points, man.
Yeah,
Norman
for sure.
is a beast. Norman is a beast, ladies and gentlemen. Norman's part of the Not Fucking Around crew.
You know that one thing he said too, man. Why would Carol use that if it wasn't true?
Yeah. Why would she even subject herself to that? Like, why would she even want to mention that? Like, why would she want to talk about knives and stabbing? And then she would have to be the sick one.
Exactly.
We need to talk to Carol. Carol, if you're out there, the word has it, Adi's saying that that's all a lie. So which makes you even, if that's all a lie, Carol and Paul and Ryan, and you believe that your mother's sister's lying about getting a knife pulled on her, that means your aunt was using your mother's murder playing games. Looking at it like, well, look, my sister got murdered and got stabbed. So based on that, I could say he pulled a knife on me and I'm afraid for my life. Plus I got PTSD for what happened to my sister and I could get a divorce. So she was using your mother's death as a mockery of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And that right there would be sick, sadistic, and fucked up. Right?
Yep.
Or there's the other alternative that she's telling the truth.
That's right.
So think about that. They believe Adi over their own blood. Great point, Frank. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, we had just hit the 3-hour mark. This is part 33. We got through it. We got through it tonight. I appreciate everybody. It is 11:55. We're going into December 16th. 9 more days to Christmas. Everybody hold your family tight. Love your family. Love yourself. Love G-O-D, God first, always. I appreciate everybody rocking with us, hanging out with us, supporting the channel. My Venmo is going across the bottom of the screen for sure. Well, it was going across the screen. I don't know what happened to it.
Has a mind of its own.
Yeah. There it is. Yeah, so check me out on my Venmo. If you guys are into that sort of thing, it's open 24 hours a day. Kev 781 on the Cash App. Jay Bro, you got a Cash App you want to throw at him real quick, just in case you want to support Jay Bro?
It's Jason BM90.
Jason BM90 on the Cash App. And I appreciate everybody for coming out, all the super chats, all the support. I appreciate it. All the likes, all the loves, just being here, engaging with us, whatever, it's a beautiful thing. Calling us on the phone, the passion, the long gamers have. We appreciate you. And with that being said, I go by the name of JFK.
I go by J Bro.
And I go by Kevy Kev.
Hit him with that right quick, Kev. And we'll see you for part 34. Let's go, people. It's Christmas time, goddammit.
Goddamn.
It's Christmas.
Let's go.
It's motherfucking Christmas time. R.I.P. Janet Downing. R.I.P. Janet. We miss you, girl. Let's go. Here we go. It's only raccoons. Stay inside.